What's happening, lads? Before we start this week's episode of the Have a Word podcast, do us a favour, make sure you're following us on all social media. We are at Have a Word Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And on top of that, don't forget to go and subscribe to the Patreon page, patreon.com/haveawordpod. Early access to these episodes, an extra episode just for you lot every single week on Patreon. And don't forget those monthly specials, of which there are 40 plus now. They're basically a movie every single month. Patreon.com/haveawordpod. Enjoy the episode. It's a belter.
Wag wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game from the heart of Liverpool with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below the waist grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
Ow!
Oh.
Carl's not here because he's gone to Stratford-upon-Avon to see a Shakespeare play. Now, normally when one of us is missing, we normally do a lie, but that just seems as ridiculous as anything we can make up anyway, so...
Yeah.
Just the truth, isn't it?
But he's getting married to a wonderful, wonderful woman. Cultured. Do you know what I mean? I think you know what I mean.
Would you watch Shakespeare for Serica?
I've been to Stratford to watch some RSC.
What did you watch?
When I was a younger man, we went to see Chekhov's The Seagull, and it was boring, but it was a really nice theatre, and it was very well done. But because I was doing theatre studies, I was like, oh, this is what I should be doing.
Is that the one with
And it was one of those moments where I was like, I'm not going to drama school. Acting is so far up its own arse. I can't take it this seriously. I knew I wanted to perform. I wanted to be on a stage. I just hadn't worked out what stage that was, but I was like, this isn't it.
Did you go straight from acting to stand-up, or was there anything else that, like, did you think about being a musician at any point, or a juggler or something?
Steel stockholding warehouse, just temporarily. I felt like there was a natural step. No, I've done drama and I've done theatre studies. Been in, like, I got so much stick from the lads at school. Like, what, you going to a fucking drama class? When you were all on a rugby tour, pulling each other's dicks. I was with fucking extroverted theatre girls. It was great.
They're annoying though, aren't they?
Well, at 15, I was, it was great.
He was an extroverted theatre girl.
I really was. People were touching
So
my
was I
tits.
though, to be fair.
It was well better. It was great. The parties, it was fucking brilliant.
Parties?
I don't know, like, I honestly...
Yeah, they did show
tunes. We got fucking hammered with all these, like, confidence. All the girls were, like, 16. Oh, it's the best. And my mates were like, you fucking gay, mate. We play rugby.
Were they all fit?
There was, yeah, cool. I
So
was in love with one for years.
In your head right now,
Hey.
you remember fancying this girl, but she's still 16 in your head, and you're now 42, so you fancy a 16-year-old even now.
Yeah.
When I was 15, she was Emma Welton, mate. Oh, I was so in love with her. She was great, and we were we've known each other years. She's married now. She's got babies and everything. But like, I knew her when she'd grown up. Do you know what I mean? But if I remember those parties when she was 16, I might have even been 14. She was a lady. They were like, there was another girl called Rachel. Oh my God, it was great. But yeah, they're just now, obviously, like, I can't, yeah, it's weird. I can't see them as anything but like, wow, she's such a lady, because she was 2 years older than me. But if I saw her at 16 now, I'd be like, oh my God, it's a fucking child.
Were you the only lad? Or only...
No, there was a couple of lads.
Were they gay?
See,
I was being more delicate. You saw it.
I don't think there was any gay
No,
guys.
that's what Finn was asking, though.
Yeah, it
Were you
was.
the only straight lad?
No.
And I was just helping him get there,
Yeah.
you know?
Lad called Boo was
A lad called what?
Boo.
Huh?
David Beasley.
Right.
His nickname was Boo.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
He was straight.
Yeah. Everyone was straight, I think. Apart from the gay ones. There must have been a couple of gay guys.
Have any of them gone on to, like, be Hollywood actors or anything?
Yeah.
Dame Judi Dench, she was in your class, wasn't she?
James Judy. And she always...
She's a year below.
Dench. Yeah. And when I was 14, she seemed like a woman. And that's because she was 58. She probably shouldn't have been there, because she was a professional actor, but she loved youth drama groups in Preston. That was Judy. She wasn't a dame then. That was great, mate. If you're a young lad and you're like, I don't really like fucking playing sports or whatnot, just join the drama group. There's loads more girls there. You'll have a great time.
What were some of the roles you played? What were some of your iconic roles that you played?
I was in Adrian Mole. I was the mate in Adrian Mole. I was in Anna Green Gables. I was in Blood Brothers.
Which one were you in Blood Brothers?
I was the rough one.
Mickey.
One of the main kids.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I won an award for that.
What was the award called then?
The Fred Makin something. It was basically like best under 16 performance or something. In the Northwest Amateur Dramatic Society.
No footage, is there?
There's no footage. I was in the LEP. I was in the Lancashire Evening Post. They came and took a picture and put me in the paper.
The LEP.
That was our paper.
The LEP.
Was that the peak of fucking success back in the day?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I honestly, I had a fucking great time. I still played footy, but I wasn't like our school. It was rugby or cricket. That was the two sports. And I wasn't good at rugby. I was shit at rugby because it was hard work. And I was small.
I'm guessing you didn't do drama in school, or didn't properly like.
No, I've told this story before, but like I hung around. So when I went to senior school, where I met Carl, there's a lad who I was really close mates with called Matty, who didn't come to our school because he got into the Blue Coat. So I still hung around with him and then people from the Blue Coat as well as like my mates from home and from my school. So I had like 3 different friend groups as a teenager. And one of the girls who went to the Blue Coat with Matty was in a drama class. And she came to us one day and was like, if we don't get boys coming to the drama class, they're going to shut it down because the council won't fund it if it's just for one gender. So we went for a few weeks until they went, right, now you need to pay this much money a month to come. Like the first few, they were just like, yeah, come on in, like come and try it. And she really liked me, the teacher, because I was just quite willing to. All the other lads are just there because the girls we hung around with were there, so they're a bit like, yeah, so what's my line? Like that. And I was like, this is my line. Like I just didn't, like, I've had no sort of embarrassment about it.
And you were the only lad that could do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they'd have been gutted to lose you.
Yeah. I took it to my mum and I was like, I want to go. And she was like, I think it was like 70 quid a week.
Fucking hell!
Like,
What?
It was like really. Maybe it wasn't that much. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. Maybe it was.
It was £1,000 a week.
Yeah, but it was expensive, and my mum was like, "There's just fucking no chance." Like,
ours wasn't expensive at all. I think it was a charity one. I think we did fundraising stuff. Like it wasn't super expensive.
I think ours was like moderately expensive, but I did that for years, and then I had to pick at 11 whether I played footy or carried on with acting and singing. I went with footy.
Like Billy Elliot.
Yeah.
You couldn't do both.
No, because it was on a Saturday.
Oh, right.
So it was one or the other. I picked footy. But before that, I'd starred in High School Musical.
Oh, really?
We were the first UK production.
were you Zac Efron?
No, I was a DJ. I had one line.
God.
Who played Zac Efron's part?
A lad that is on the West End now.
No.
Yeah.
He's doing
done
bits.
really well. Kyle. Yeah.
What's his surname?
Parry. Kyle Parry. Not Kyle Parry. That's his brother. Kane Parry. Sorry.
Kane Parry.
Kane Parry.
Yeah.
Sounds hard.
He wasn't.
Oh.
He was.
Doesn't sound hard. He's in a West End
He's
play.
called Kane?
Yeah, but are you just imagining the wrestler?
Yeah. I think I've sort of like confabulated Kane and Bane.
Yeah. Oh. Well, we were the first.
Musicals.
So we were in that theatre that you played in Rill. That was where we did our shows. We were the first UK production at High School Musical. So it was sold out every night. We did like 5 shows. And
They came from far and wide.
there was coaches coming in.
Shut up.
No joke.
Did you play? Listen,
I had one line.
We've talked about your history in performing.
I didn't.
Were you disabled? Were you a disabled DJ?
I'd not learnt that skill yet.
Right,
That was
okay.
a few years later down the line. I was an American who had one line.
What was your line?
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Shut up, Wal.
He's getting into character.
Getting into
disabled.
with Charlie, the cute guy from East High, signing out, peeps. And then I walked off stage.
It's like we're in the
But I was in the basketball team.
Just one more time.
With Charlie, the cute guy from East High, signing out, peeps.
Cool. Well, we've got a new sign off for the episodes.
What's that first word? Where?
With Charlie, the cute guy from East. I was the DJ on the. They had like a school radio DJ.
Yeah.
School radio.
So
I
it was
did that.
with Charlie, the cute guy.
Yeah, from East High, the high school, from High School Musical,
Yeah.
signing out peeps.
And that was you. All right.
But I was in the ensemble as well. I was in the basketball
Oh, you were in the ensemble,
team. I'm
Finley.
guessing you don't know High School Musical. It was a pretty big deal back in the day. I was in-
Soaring,
Adam knows it.
flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can reach. If we try it.
Selena Gomez.
No,
Nope.
No, Gabriella.
that's her name in it. Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah.
Vanessa Hutchins.
One of the first like hacked phone nude celebs. That was in the sentence.
Her
know what I
titties
mean.
were all over the internet because they got leaked from her phone.
That.
Oh, there you go. Thanks for translating.
Yeah, Zac Efron before he had a big fucking action man head.
Yeah.
He's
Something's
he's
happened
mad
there.
him.
Zach,
He said he broke his jaw, didn't he? And then when it fixed, it just looked like that. And it is not true.
because he's
at
got
all.
steroid pillow face.
He looks.
He's got pillow face. He's got fucking.
He looks like Team America.
He's got.
He does. He looks like he looks like Gary. You're the best acting you've ever done.
His lips are.
He's got Quagmire face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, the Botox pillow face is fucking great fun. Big fucking potato-headed looking cunts. Madonna, what has happened?
Do you think you'd ever get Botox?
Yeah. Because obviously everything I've just said. And
No, but
we've
there's
got a
like,
new
you
sponsor.
Can do it. You can do it less like that, can't you?
There's so much wrong. Why am I making my face fatter? Do you know what I mean? I can already have a fat face. I just eat carbs after 10. Stop it. Do you know what I mean? I don't need Botox.
I've been told by a few people to get it in my
Shut
forehead.
I have as well. Apparently, it helps with sweating. If you get it in your armpits, it like if you've got hyperhydration.
Yeah.
Like Jack Finnegan,
Give me a card.
Is,
Where's a card? I need a yellow card.
he's been told to get it in his
Yeah.
armpits because it helps with hyperhydration, over sweating.
As a preemptive yellow, do not get Botox in your fucking forehead.
Why?
No.
Just a little bit.
You can't.
Just a little.
You'll never look surprised again.
But that's my problem is I've got a fucking Gordon Ramsay fod and I'm 25. Which
You
isn't
always look
good.
shocked.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Just surprised.
It's a nice top.
Do you reckon that's because you're always getting high and you're like,
That's what I do instantly. What?
They came from all over. I was in the ensemble. I'm not even Scout. Don't get Botox.
why?
No. Come
My
on.
face, my rules.
Bruh. Oh, I've just snotted.
You never had some sort of cosmetic anything?
You had your lips done, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had my lips done. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah. I'd have a dick extension. God, that wasn't
Have you
funny. It
seen
was
you
just
can get
true.
You can get your leg extended now. You can get your legs done.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just went one. Lad, you should have got both.
Yeah, they break your legs,
Right.
both of them.
Yeah.
And then in the gap that creates, they put like a synthetic bone, and it makes you taller.
Oh, cool. Well, off I go to the NBA. What?
Yeah, you can get your legs done.
Yeah.
You can't. What? It doesn't work like that.
You
Just
can
crack
grow
them there.
everything nowadays.
No dwarves are getting it done.
No.
They are. Some dwarves are getting it done.
Warwick Davis is 6'4" now.
So you can just get long arms.
Yeah.
You could. It would be the exact same procedure. You could just get really long arms.
Yeah, but they'd still have, like, because people with dwarfism have, like, water in their heads, don't they? That's why the heads are big.
Is that what it is?
I think the
That felt
stereotypical-
insensitive there, Harry.
No, but
I'll just let you
I'm
know.
pretty sure that, but they
Just
still
in-
have.
I don't know if the dwarf community want you going, they've just got fucking big wet heads.
I have in Turkey. There's a cousin that's got water on the brain, and pretty insensitively, when I was a bit younger, I used to call him Frank Sidebottom.
But he didn't get the reference.
No, he didn't. I'd just be like, "All right, Frank."
I'm really
You have
worried that
no
I've made
idea.
that up, by the
Absolute
way.
lad.
Yeah.
I think you have.
I don't
Harry.
think any of that shit's come up with
I think you're getting confused with water balloons, aren't you?
I've typed in dwarf water heads and it just comes up with, like, plants.
Oh, yeah.
So apologies to
Dwarf
the little
water
person
heads.
community.
One for the
We do
garden
have a few
centre.
listeners who are little people as well. Because every time we say the M word, they get in touch and say, "Do you know what? I'm all right with it because you sound
Are they black as well?
Yeah.
M."
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we haven't had that message. We don't get them. Yeah, there's a lot of enablers in there. A lot of Have a Word fans that are like, do you know what? I know you're all right. Just don't clip it.
But that is what it should be like.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Bless him. What would you have done? I gave you, because obviously the hair transplant for me went nowhere because they looked at my fucking bald head and went, there's a limit of what we can do.
So sad,
2 painful sessions and
Our
you'll
job
still
is
have
to
the
make
biggest
bald
forehead.
people not bald anymore. But Dan Nightingale has gone too far.
Christ. We're actually closing the company. What would you do? I'll give you a unlimited one procedure. Cost is no problem.
I think anyone under 6 foot wants to be over 6 foot, don't they? Really? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I could pain-free become 6'1", I'd take it. But I'm not getting my legs broke for it.
What? Right. But just taller.
Yeah.
Right.
Would that would stretch you out? Wouldn't? No, if it's just your legs, it wouldn't.
Because wouldn't you just?
'Cause I'm imagining,
wouldn't it look
like,
weird?
adjusting a picture where you just stretch it out and it becomes like
Yeah.
thinner, but it
'Cause
wouldn't, would it?
I'd like to be bigger. Like if you could just go in a computer and just like give me VAT, just put 1.2% and then
Yeah.
you know what I mean, 120%, and then I'm 20% bigger everywhere.
Yeah.
But I don't just
Oh,
want
so
to
you
be
wanna
longer.
jacked as well.
No, I know, but like not jacked, but like your legs are just going to look too long.
You look like Dr.
You're
Eggman.
You're going to look like a short man on a tall man's legs. That's not good.
What do you mean?
What do I know?
I think I've got quite a
Tall man's
torso.
torso.
You just
Yeah.
got. It's like clothes. You just got to own it. If you were tall, you just got to walk around like you're tall.
So I'm a formerly short, fat man
Yeah,
And now you're a tall fat man.
yeah.
with 32 extra long legs.
32 is about right. I'm 6 foot. I'm 32.
Are you 6 foot?
Yeah,
God, you don't carry yourself like
I
that.
don't. I've got a bad back.
I think it's just the constant look of shock. Fucking hell. That's high up here.
I think getting a bit tall. Like I wouldn't even think about my torso's like an inch too short. Like it's fine. I'd go taller.
My ears are quite.
I'm happy with the length of
big.
my arms.
I'd maybe pin my ears back a bit. There was a lad we went to college with that had that done, and he had some absolute fucking stunt kite ears.
So hang on, you're getting the option of a free hit on any cosmetic surgery, and you're pinning your ears back.
Are your
That's
ears
your
even
choice.
bad?
What?
Your ears aren't even bad, are they?
They're not great.
Maybe I'd get a fatter ass. Never mind being taller.
BBL.
What if I had a badonk, mate? An absolute badonk.
I actually think Carl might have had that done, because I don't remember him having that ass in high school.
Or maybe he's putting padding down there.
Carl's top half doesn't suit his bottom half. It's like he's been, in one of them things where they slide over the different characters.
Randomised.
Yeah.
I've said it before. He looks like a water balloon that's still on the tap. Do you know what I mean?
It's so playful, but cunty at the same time.
That's what it is, though, isn't it? It's like, wow. It's just like gathering
Ready
down
to
here.
burst.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laura's mentioned getting fillers. And I'm like, don't
Lips, cheeks.
I think all of it. What's she trying to do? Look like the most bangable woman at the allotment? Like,
I
what are we
do
doing?
think, though, that could become a self-fulfilling prophecy and lead to you getting more blowjobs. Because bigger lips, those lips are made for sucking, and that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, she's gonna suck your cock up for you.
Suck my cock up. Nice.
Listen, I was improvising the song.
And it
on
was
the spot
good.
there.
I liked it.
good.
It was the little
every-
pause to make the syllables work.
Yeah, I've made the syllables work. That's all you have to do when you're doing a little parody song on the fly.
No, I don't think Pillowhead's going to be sucking me off more. I don't think that's going to work. I think she's just going to be, No.
Do you like bigger lips?
Yeah, nice, yeah.
So then,
But not with the... It's overdone, isn't it?
yeah, but just tell her not to go that far.
That girl at Nando's was like, have you got any allergies? You're like, I think you have, love. Shellfish. Fucking hell, I've had crab again. Looks bad. I get it. There's a pressure on women to beautify themselves. But we mentioned body dysmorphia, didn't we? Can't remember when, but we were talking about it. But it's the one where you're like, you get it done and you're like, no, I'm going bigger. And it just...
I think it is. I know it's a stereotype, but it is more common in Liverpool. It just is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
filler.
Yeah. Lip filler, especially.
I think it's just any big working class city, innit? I've seen it in Glasgow. I've seen it, like, yeah.
I don't mind it.
Beautiful
Me.
girl.
I quite like it to a point.
Yeah, if it's subtle, it's dead nice.
Well, maybe you've been born without much lippage. And that's a sad thing, isn't it? Just all fucking Susie Thin Lips.
Yeah, get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were like that, we'd recommend getting it done.
Yeah.
But also probably the tash isn't helping there.
It doesn't for them either.
Have you seen the guy that's trying to live forever through like changing his body?
He
I've
wants to
ordered
live to
some of his NVM.
Has he seen it? He's signed up. He's on a subscription.
What have you ordered?
NVM.
What's that?
It's like the supplement to reverse aging.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That one.
So NAD is the thing you need to reverse your aging, and NVM is a way to get it into your system before you need it.
Oh, there's just an actual chemical.
It's a supplement, yeah.
I think Russell Kane's on it. I think Russell Kane's on this
like
whole thing of
developing it,
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, he was saying
he's trying to
last time,
pause,
yeah.
and he's 63 and looks great.
Like
It really does.
it really does work
Test early.
unbelievably. So I've done that. Yeah.
Right, so this guy, I saw it. He wants
Yeah,
to live to 100. He wants to
Brian
live to
Johnson.
144 years old.
Yeah, but he doesn't look well.
He's
I
already
don't
he's
think.
already what 50 years old.
How old is he?
46.
46.
You started too old.
But he looks 46.
Right.
He doesn't. I think he looks like a vampire or something. He looks.
Yeah.
You
ill.
think he looks 4 years older than Dan?
Yeah.
No.
He looks really trim, but he looks aged a little bit at the same time. Like he's got a great jawline, great body, but not.
Can you get him up on the telly so that like Dan's got a frame of reference for him?
How when's he started this though?
It was a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Right.
But like he's got like the blood of a 20-year-old, like in his body, not like just in his house. Like
Yeah, because he's taken his son's blood. Here's what you need to do:
Oh no, that sounds already pre-sinister. Go on.
son's blood,
Right.
put it in yours,
Nice.
makes you younger,
Yeah.
and that'll be good for India.
it
What?
says airplay code 7344.
There we go.
Right, let's have a look at this guy.
He
this
does
him and his
not
son?
look 4 years older than Dan. Are you having a laugh?
Yeah, he does.
What are you talking about?
That's his son's blood.
It's the one on the right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
How old does he look?
He does. He looks.
that's a not a great picture. Like
He looks.
he looks like 75 in that one. But yeah, he's
That's an interesting one as well. That's how I'm living forever.
It's a joy to be an aging man. Look how much fun they're having.
Don't get me wrong, the guy's in good shape and everything. I just think if you obsess about this sort of stuff, like life is going to come at you anyway, innit? Stuff's going to happen. You can't cheat.
Yeah.
well, that's the trade-off, isn't it? Do you want a fun life or a long, boring one?
Oh, I'll take 5 years off for cheeseburgers.
Well,
Come on.
he's got
Cheeseburgers and vapes.
I'm off the vapes, mate.
he's got a list of decisions that
I
he's made,
only vape when I smoke.
and the 2023 decision was just don't die. So the others were like invest in deep tech,
yeah.
and then 23 was like I'm just not going to die.
Just manifest it. All these people dying. It's just not concentrated enough. Come on. Just manifest your non-death. Silly bollocks. He looks great, let's be honest. Although you get thrown out of it.
So I'm not going to do all the stuff. I'm just going to take the supplement and see what happens.
He looks sad though.
He
He looks like there's
he's not
something in his
smiling.
eyes where behind his eyes it's like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he's
die.
a
I'm
shit
gonna die
pint.
one day.
He's a shit pint.
Anyone who preaches, though, like in any sort of way, always looks miserable to me. Whether they're preaching religion or like like a lifestyle, no one who like is convinced they've figured everything out is happy.
Black church.
That is true.
No, but like the people in the church are happy. The guy up there going, and the Lord, he said this. Like he always looks.
I think he might have a water on the brain. Welcome to church.
They're always like screaming like, and you know Jesus gonna come give you some bread. Like,
That guy sounds happy. That guy does.
But
sound
if you want to
happy.
live forever, don't eat the carbohydrate. That's what I'm saying. Get on that carnivore diet. Take an MVM and the MVS.
yeah,
You'll have to let us know how it goes.
like the fella who
All
like,
this is doing is making me want to go to black church.
on like Church Street, who's always like preaching the Bible,
Oh, yeah.
is miserable.
Yeah.
He looks devastated. This guy, I watched him on Schultz's podcast, and he's like, yeah, no, I've figured it all out, and like, I'm gonna live forever like this. Like, look how happy I am. I'm a miserable cunt, but it's been this for longer.
Jordan Peterson has only eaten beef for the last 8 years. Oh, I wouldn't recommend it. And that's my Jordan Peterson impression.
He cries a lot as well, so he can't be happy. He cries all of the
But
time.
also, there's a proven correlation between intelligence and unhappiness as well.
Yeah.
Because the more intelligent you are, the more you're aware of how, like, I'm so miserable because I think everyone's such a stupid cunt. And you just can't figure it, like, the most rudimental things out that I've figured out, you know.
And that's why I'm happy, blissfully unaware.
We're just thick as pig shit over
Thick
here.
as pig shit, feel quite happy. No, yeah, because you're too intelligent and you realise how fucking futile life is. Like, if you're
Futile
too
life is,
smart...
and also how stupid everyone, like, as a general
yours
thing.
is annoyance with thickos.
Yeah,
yours isn't
and
like...
again, I've spoken about this in therapy, being like, it bothers me how many stupid people there are.
Wouldn't you love to be thick, though?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yes. Ricky Gervais said being thick is like being dead. It's only sad. It's only annoying for the people around you, not for you.
That's
Yeah, but then
fine.
don't you just have thick mates as well?
Yeah.
You know, like, there's no, like, fucking...
Yeah, but then you're
Harvard PhDs hanging around with
you're not
spanners.
having existential crisis then.
No, you're not. You're just getting on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you also go diving in the shallow end. Do you know what I mean? Like, quite literally, like, you'll go diving in a swimming pool and smack your head or something. You'll do something stupid.
I'd love to be thick. If I was thick, I'd just be on the streets blaming immigrants for my life's problems, and I would be happy that I'd figured it out. I'd be like, they're the problem. We just get rid of them, and then my life will be great. They think they figured it out. My life's class, and I still get like wound up and angry by it all, and I can't figure out what my problem is because I'm too intelligent because there's too much. So I'd rather be thick and just be like, it's all these boat cunts coming over on their fucking boats, taking the jobs and the benefits at the same time. Fuck them. Give us a can of Stella.
They don't seem happy, though, do they? You know, the hateful white supremacist cunts that...
I actually think a lot of them do look quite happy. They're them at these marches and these riots, and they're laughing while they're throwing petrol bombs at police cars. So they do look quite happy, actually.
Do you not think they're a bit paranoid, though? When I got in the car this morning, the woman who was...
This became more political really quick.
The woman who was collecting the recycling bin, she went, have you seen that sign over there? I went, no. He's like, I'm not meant to say, but go have a look. And it basically said that they were going to put a new telephone line for like 5G and fibre optic or whatever. And she turned around, she was like, protest. And she went off. But she's obviously paranoid that waves are going to get in her head. She was like, this 5G.
Yeah, I don't want to be that thick.
That's not a pleasant life to live, surely.
It's
Functional stupid.
Yeah, but she thinks O2 is hacking into her head.
Yeah, but that's not functional stupid. That's one below. That's full-blown fucking moron, innit? Like, jumping in the shallow end, you're a moron. Yeah. Life's going to get argued out. I don't know how to do stuff. Just, like, smart enough to know how to live, but not smart enough to, like, question the meaning of existence. That's a nice...
The 5G
nice
stuff
way.
really makes me laugh, because... If they wanted to do it to control us, if these people were right, they just wouldn't tell you they're putting a 5G pole up. They'd just get an engineer to come out and go, we're going to fix the 3G pole. And he'd just put the shit in while he's there. It's so... what the internet has done has made it possible for stupid people to find more stupid people, right? And then because there's numbers of them and it creates an echo chamber, they think they're right. Like, back in the past, there was no internet for these people. So there was only like one of them in every pub. And then the rest of the pub went, you're a stupid cunt, Jeff. Shut the fuck up. And Jeff never spoke ever again. And that was a much better system. We can't allow all the Jeffs to find each other because this is what you'd end up with.
Facebook is just one big pub of spanners.
Yeah.
Jeffs.
So many Jeffs.
It really, this is what I'm talking about. These people annoy me. And it's because I'm more intelligent than them. Because it's so obvious. It takes the tiniest amount of critical thinking to debunk 90% of conspiracies. I love a conspiracy, by the way, because we've definitely got fucking stupid listeners as well who are listening to this right now and going, Adam's being a cunt. No, they are doing this. Right? And I know it takes a time. And some conspiracies I believe in 100%. Hillary Clinton eats kids in a pizza shop. fact. Right?
God.
She does.
Why is it always that one?
Because that's the one that I believe, right? But most of them just takes the question, why? If you just ask why they think something's happening, it all falls apart after one or two questions of it.
And the Hillary Clinton doesn't.
What?
When you go why for Hillary Clinton
Ask.
eating kids.
So why?
Because kids are fucking
Because she wants the adrenochrome.
Yeah, she wants the adrenochrome for eternal youth.
Right, and there's no way of getting that.
No, it's...
This guy, is he eating kids on pizza?
She's satanic.
Oh, sorry, she's
It's for her religion.
her religion.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this one
And
sounds
the blood of the children makes her live longer.
nice one. And is it pepperoni or just to mask the flavour?
I don't know what one to order.
Oh, yeah. So there
and
you
I
go.
don't want to know either.
Lamb.
Have you ever heard of Bohemian Grove?
No.
So, you know Alex Jones?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Putting chemicals in the water." That fella.
Yeah.
So he believed for, for years and
That's the
years.
same as your democracy manifest voice.
Touch my penis. So Alex Jones believed for years and years and years that people, when the world leaders and Bill Clinton and stuff like that would go to this random place in the forest where there was a big owl statue and they do mock sacrifices and they'd all wear robes. And he told people for years. Also, I think he's a bellend and he's wrong about everything. But he told people for years and everyone was like, "You're a mentalist." And he went and it was true. Like, there's like a big...
What do you mean? It's like Centre Parks for the Illuminati?
They just do it because they like it. It's
They
just
just
like,
do it because they like it.
it's just like a fun little... there's like big owl statues or whatever. No, that's a tree.
You've nailed
You're
it.
not proving your point here.
There you
Harry.
go. No, there it is. There it is. And it's like... And it's just like a little...
Yep. That's from a film.
I swear to God.
No, there's dodgy people about. Is that what you're saying? Is
No,
that the moral
these
of the
are
story?
these are world leaders, and Alex Jones like filmed it. There you go, and they were all like, "Look how clear that is."
And where was Alex Jones? Just in a bush?
He was in a bush, yeah.
Yeah. There's no security. So all the world leaders are in... they're burning goats. They're eating kid pizza. And there's no security because they're like, we're in the woods, though. No one would think it. Bill Clinton, fucking... All the world leaders. Angela Merkel's there.
Angela Merkel.
Chowing down on some ham and pineapple and 8-year-old.
Maybe I've not
Bowing
read
down,
enough
welcome
into
to
it.
the zebra.
And Alex Jones is there with a video camera in a bush like...
Maybe they've deleted it.
Wow.
I mean, that is it. But like,
Listen, I love a bit of a conspiracy as well. Like there are things, and because I don't buy that's always the one that conspiracy theories go, come on, cheese, fucking kids on pizza, right? That's the one that I go, oh, for fuck's sake. People are like, no, Dan doesn't like conspiracies at all. There are some very valid, like what happened to JFK, or like I'm not even bringing up like Diana. Like there's some, I can understand that the system fucks with things. Governments fuck with things. Huge companies, they're all in bed with each other. I get it. But it's always the mad as fuck ones that completely like ruin it.
You'd be too fussy for a kid's pizza. You'd be like, I'm not trying that, kid.
I don't even like the meat feast.
But yeah, if the conspiracy falls apart at why, and like I love the ones where it's like, yeah, and you know, they like the Illuminati runs everything, and that's why Jay-Z does this at the start of his videos. Like the idea that like there's this organization that needs to remain secret for it to be able to function, but they leave clues everywhere for people to find is stupid. They wouldn't do that, would they? They would literally hide it with absolutely everything they'd got. They would never leave clues everywhere.
Yeah, and probably not let Alex Jones film from a bush. Don't know.
And that was the conspiracy section.
Well, there you go. Let's have a break.
What's that, Dan? Oh, it's the sound of one of the best male grooming products on the planet from Manscaped. It's the beard hedger.
Wow, you've nailed that. That was great. What's this?
That's, of course, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra.
Oh, that's a amazing bit of kit.
Our OG sponsors, manscaped.com. Promo code WORD20 gets you 20% off site-wide, right? And free shipping worldwide. Now, look, most men trim the pubes these days.
They should do, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get sucked off a lot more.
Things
Women
have
don't like
changed.
pubes in the mouth. That is a fact.
It's not 1986.
I don't mind a bit of pussy hair, but most women don't like cock pubes, right? So if you trim them, you're more likely to get more sex.
Yeah.
Get sucked off more.
Loads.
And here's the thing: if you're using a bad razor, like I have in the past, you can cut your ball sack open.
Nick
and you
'em.
might lose. What?
You can nick them.
You can, yeah. You might lose one of your bollocks down the fucking urinal, you know? I don't know why you're shaving over the urinal. You're a weird guy.
You do it in public.
But here's the thing. Manscaped are the best in men's below and above the waist grooming.
everything.
And they're our OG sponsor.
Nipple
a lot
hair.
of our listeners love them. And you, if you have not got any of these products yet, go and get some. Or get them for the men in your life that look like they could do with a shave of their cock.
But I want a discount, Adam. Give me a
can have it.
discount. Come on.
20% off, mate.
With what? With what code?
Promo code's word 20.
Oh, but I want free shipping.
It's all you can get that anyway, yeah.
I'm done.
Manscaped.com.
Phenomenal. Adam Rowe, I owe you £100. There you go.
Thank you. What is this for?
I'll just for you, lad. Just a little cheat for you. I lost a bet at the Red Bull soapbox because I was pretty convinced that part of the abomination that we had put together was going to break, and the Rowie Bags confidence came through. Actually, your science was good, and I've never been so happy to be wrong. I bet you £100 that a part of that Red Bull soapbox would be destroyed.
So what about the other £100 for you vaping again?
You what? I never made that bet. Also, I don't vape,
But you did.
apart from when I'm drinking.
But you did.
What?
You said you'd never vape again. I
Yeah.
bet you that you would.
No, you didn't. There was no bet made. There was literally no bet made, and I don't vape. So I'm not vaping. I no
You
longer
have
vape.
vaped since then.
No, I'm going to vape, obviously, when I'm pissed. But I don't vape, and it's stupid that you even fucking bringing it up. Just because I have a vape and I'm going to use it when I'm drinking doesn't mean I vape. Grow up, everyone.
You owe me another £100. If you don't want
It's not a bet.
If you don't want to pay it out, then look, I'm not going to force it on you.
There's
You
no-
know,
there was-
if you can sleep at night.
Was there a bet?
No, there wasn't.
There was.
There wasn't.
Chuck on it.
Dan, your memory can't be trusted that day, to be fair.
My memory is crystal clear. I said I'd never vape again, and I haven't, apart from when I've been pissed. It doesn't count.
Okay.
But I honour my bets. There it is. Sign up at patreon.com/haveawordpod. We have 27,000 lids as part of the lid army. If you enjoy our bullshit, get more of it. An extra exclusive episode every Wednesday, early access to the public episodes, and dozens of incredibly well-produced Patreon specials. And the last of them is the Red Bull Soapbox, part 1 and 2. And they've gone down incredibly well. For as little as £3 a month, you get access to everything, the back catalogue, and you can see why I've just paid Adam £100. Fuck me, that was a good day, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And we've just recorded
loved it.
the special that's going to go out in September, and that was one of my most fun days.
The hangover I had yesterday was just bang out of order.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm still sore today.
I'd suggest if we end Patreon specials in a tequila bar, it's
That
going to
we
be a
have the full
problem.
run of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming next month.
How bad was it?
Horrific.
Stinker.
What time are you out till?
About 1:30.
That's not. It's decent.
About 1:30.
It was a long day though, wasn't it?
Yeah. I bolted for a kebab.
So much tequila.
I still went to the gym yesterday.
I seen that. You're a fucking lunatic.
I kind of enjoyed it.
That's
It's a
insane.
weird feeling. I wasn't like I don't know. I enjoyed it. Oh, I got my testosterone results back.
And
I'm fine. I've got fine normal testosterone.
Even after you rigged it?
Just a pussy.
I tried to rig it. I think I ruined it, you know? They were like, I don't know if you've had sexual, I shouldn't say sexual intercourse, but sexual activity.
don't know whether you've come.
Yeah. And I'd come loads. Goose Laura. And had 3 wanks. I think I ruined it. I was trying to cheat to get lower testosterone. I think I revved myself up.
Yeah, wouldn't that make it higher?
I don't know.
That's what
Just
like
wanted
Tyson
some
Fury
test,
does,
mate.
isn't it? Tyson Fury wanks like 8 times a day.
To make it up, I thought that's what boxers did. They didn't do it. I thought they didn't have
some
sex.
don't, but Tyson Fury defo wanks loads.
I was convinced my testosterone was low. and now it's not.
So what do you think it is?
Oh,
I think you're just 42.
probably vaping.
Yeah.
Shall we do some? Ben says, I was at a comedy club last month and saw one of the comics cracking on with a girl from the audience after the show. She was fit, to be fair, but it occurred to me that it must be pretty easy to pull at a show you've just ripped. In your single days, did you take advantage of this or did you avoid the groupies?
What a stupid question. Like, if you were in a bar after a show and attractive girls coming over and going, you were dead funny, I want to suck you off.
Is that how?
No, madam.
Is that how they opened?
Some of them are confident, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Former drama students. I had it go wrong a couple of times, and yeah, when I started, I was like, "This is great," but then I sort of learned that some of them were mental.
Yeah. But there's mental women everywhere.
Yeah.
Is there a type of comedy that works best? Like the prop comics get any
Jonglers, prop comics get low. Magicians are cleaning up. No, I don't think prop comics are. I mean, I saw some comics do bits. It's the headliners, the single young headliners who were shit hot. And usually the ones that had shagging bits, like the ones who were talking about sex, and it just projects out to the crowd, doesn't it? Like Jim Jeffries in his single days as a younger man was unbelievable with the ladies. But there were some mentals as well. And I'd also add that I actually married a girl from a gig, so I've completely just remembered how I met Laura. But that was when I wasn't doing it as much then. I sort of got, just didn't do it as much like as I got older.
Only one of my long-term relationships I didn't meet through work. Everyone else I've met through doing stand-up.
That's mad.
Yeah.
At a gig? I didn't know that. I thought you were out there in the real world.
One I met at a gig, one I met on Tinder, and two I met through them being fans of this show. People I've been in long-term relationships with. Two at a gig, one Tinder, and two through being like sort of vocal fans of Have a Word.
Yeah. Cam says, yes, lads, not sure if you saw, but a French pole vaulter missed out on a medal at the Olympics because his massive penis hit the pole.
Yeah.
My question is, what sport do you think would be most hindered if you had a monstrously big manhood? Adam,
The high jump, like very clearly the high jump. And here's the thing. I think what happened to this pole vaulter who lost a medal because his cock hit the pole is better than the gold.
Well, he's been offered $250,000 to do porn now. Immediately.
I discovered a life hack the other day, by the way. Watch porn while you're shaving your cock. Makes it easier.
What?
When you shave your cock.
Oh, so you're hard?
So you get hard while you watch. So you put porn on in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Get your dick nice and hard. Makes it easier to shave it.
Listen, I've had many variation on a wank, but I've never whipped out a Gillette.
No, I'm not wanking.
Not a Gillette, Dan.
I'm not wanking.
Obviously not
I
a
just
Gillette
want,
as
I just want an erection.
Manscaped.
You're just getting hard to. What are you shaving the shaft?
Yeah, the bottom.
Oh,
I've got like weeds,
right,
like cock weeds.
right. Whip out Pornhub and Manscaped at the same time.
Yeah.
This guy's like. Oh, by the way, we like pole vaults easy. I've watched it a couple of times with the Olympics, and it looks fucking incredibly difficult.
Does it though?
Yeah.
Isn't the pole doing all the work?
No, because if
Just get a
you
bigger
had a
pole.
pole and just ran at it, you just twat a pole into the ground and fall over.
Yeah, if I on my first go, absolutely, yeah. But they've been training for years.
The high
They
jump,
just need the pole to be higher than the fucking thing.
the high jump looks easy. The long jump looks easy. The fucking triple jump where you're like, oh, skip and a hop and a jump. Like, okay, I know it's hard to get the length that they're getting, but it's just running and jumping.
Yeah.
Everyone can do that. Pole vault is a fucking accident waiting to happen.
Yeah.
That looks well difficult.
I totally disagree.
And I've got the dick for it. I could clear that easily. I'm touching no fucking poles.
Duplantis, who's the current, who's like the reigning world champion, he saves his like world record breaks because he holds the world record by like a centimetre each Olympics or each world, because then his sponsors pay him out for it. Because otherwise, like,
So he's got a deal with Adidas
Or
right.
some sportswear company that
And they're like, if you break a world record at a major competition,
we'll pay you more.
you'll get like a lump
So
sum.
he could smash the world record if he wanted to, but he just inches it up.
But would you rather that or Brazzers?
Would it
That's
have to
the
be
question.
a pole vault like themed porn video? Like, has he got to like, your pole's massive, and then just like jump into a load of women?
And just start fucking on the big padded bit.
Do you not think it's so much better than winning the gold? He's now the man with the big dick.
Yeah,
There's not much better in life.
I mean,
He literally, he can go home to the pub and his mates be like, how'd you get on at the Olympics, lad? He's like, I would have won gold, mate, but my cock was too big. That's why he didn't win.
he's doing all right.
And even if that wasn't why he didn't win, that's why he didn't win.
Yeah. I would have won as well, but my cock's just too big.
Have you watched any Olympics?
Yeah.
I've watched, a bit of it. Not as much as I used to watch, because they don't show as much of it anymore. But I've watched a bit of it.
I feel like it's been all over my Instagram. Like, I feel like I haven't actually watched any on the BBC, but I've just seen so much.
It's just been constantly on in our flat. So whenever I come in, it's just on. So
And then you just instantly give a shit about
Yeah.
whatever's on.
Yeah.
Have you seen the steeplechase? I didn't know that was an event.
what's that?
It's like a 3,000 meter race, but they make the men do horse jumps in like ponds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
That's so class.
They jump into
That's
like
got to be new.
and what?
is it?
No,
Yeah,
that's
they've
like
been doing that for years, haven't
like an old one. And there's also the
They're
rest.
basically doing hedge jumping.
Yeah, but like
There's like a fucking hedge thing, and then there's water on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, I grew up with some smackheads who were training for that by jumping over back gardens, and they would have fucking, they'd have absolutely smoked that event.
have you seen the
I
wrestler as well?
love hedge jumping. It was so what a
wrestler?
little fucking shit.
The wrestler that's won he's won his 5th consecutive gold medal.
The
And
Greco-Roman.
Greco-Roman wrestler, and he's matched he's a Cuban wrestler, and he's matched the records of most consecutive golds in wrestling that's been held since ancient Greek times, which is a ballsy fucking.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
And he's made 32
I
grams.
watched
It's amazing.
the skateboarding. That was
Yeah.
good. Skateboarding in the Olympics is mad because like every other like event, they've got like full like Olympic like kits, haven't they? And the skateboarding, they just look like they've been in the van shop. It's really class.
I think they should make him wear lycra.
Tony
There'd be
Hawk's
no
there, like cheering
skateboard.
them on.
There's a 51-year-old dad.
I know. It was like a load of 17-year-old kids and then just like you.
One of the Chinese, I think the Chinese skateboarder was 12-year-old girl.
Crazy.
Hang on. Is there no bottom age for the Olympics? You can just do it as young as you want.
Nah, if you're
Nah.
good, enough,
bet.
you're old
But
enough.
they don't stick 12-year-olds against like Bolt. Do you know what I mean?
No, they don't.
Because they'd get smoked. But they can do like kick flips and all that shit.
And
So, like,
the gymnastics is all like 15-year-olds, isn't it?
Did you see the Chinese girl who absolutely smoked the cycling thing?
No.
You know, the cycling, like where it's
Velodrome.
the laps one,
Yeah.
but where they all race each other. So, oh no, it was not cycling. It was the speed skating.
This wasn't this Olympics. This was a while ago.
Oh,
was it?
yeah. The one where she lapped them all.
She just goes, do you know what? I'm going to go. And they're like, the others are like, oh, no, this is not the game plan. We'll get her later. And then they forget that
Because
she's
she just
done
stays
it.
at the back.
The best bit is, as they get round to the finish line, they think they're racing, so they fucking lunge like, oh, shit, I've got to win this, forgetting that there's a Chinese girl behind them that's in the lead. So the other Chinese girl, who's not a moron, doesn't stop racing. So then she goes from 4th into 2nd, keeps going, and gets the silver. It's the most stupid fucking 4 minutes of any sport I've ever seen. Just by some kid going, I'm just going to bolt it.
Did you see, but
Unbelievable.
personal highlight of the Olympics? I know it's kind of on brand for me. The Turkish shooter.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
see him? Unreal.
Could just
That was given.
be your dad, couldn't it?
It was a thinner version of my dad. My dad's got a bit of a belly on him, but he was just there like, yeah, fuck off.
He had
He
his hands
li-
in his pockets.
all he had was like earplugs
Yeah.
Yeah,
and a
glass.
gun.
And he got silver.
It's a fucking shoot. Good.
Unreal.
Some of them have like back posture things and like little monocles.
He turned up in like a hoodie.
Yeah.
I'll do this all the time. Bing. Where you from? In Turkey.
When he'd lift his hand up as well, he wouldn't even look. He wouldn't look forward. So he'd look down, lift his hand up, and then look up and shoot it. Like
Yeah.
he knows from like the position of his hand rather than.
It'd be great if he did it like a cowboy and just did it from the hip. Fuck off. Shall we do some advice? I think we should. To help.
help. I'll solve your problems. I'll tell you the best thing to do. If you want to do it, you'll be fine. If you don't, you might do time. Agony Adam.
Send yours in to haveawordpod@gmail.com. This one you're going to need the gavel for. We're going to sit Judge Rowe residing.
Is it a confession?
It's a bit of advice, but we need a judgment.
Okay.
So we'll call this the Have a Word Court. Louis says, lads, I need you to settle a major debate between me and my fiance. Hey, mate. We've got our wedding in a few months, and I've let her have the say of almost everything at the wedding. The one thing I really care about is our first dance. The song for our first dance. I'm so set on dancing to Slide Away by Oasis, which means a lot to me. But my fiance will not fucking budge from Invisible String by Taylor Swift, despite also having the choice of the flowers and the food and the dress code and the venue. Which song should we go for, Lids? Or can you find a compromise? Love the pod.
Okay. Just one sec.
Slide Away.
Oh. I'm just getting the lyrics up. Slide away and give it all you got. My today fell in from the top. I dream of you and all the things you say. I wonder where you are now. Hold me down, the world's asleep. I need you. Now you've knocked me off my feet.
You didn't need to Google this. I could have told you all of these.
I'm sure you could, you little paedophile. I dream of you and we talk growing old, but you said please don't. Slide in, baby, together we'll fly.
Slide in, baby, together we'll fly. I try praying, but you don't know what you're saying to me. Now that you're mine, we'll find a way. Chasing the sun.
You can dance to
To be fair,
let me be the one.
of the Oasis tunes, that's the most romantic one. Other
It
than
is, yeah.
Wonderwall,
So
but
that's why I got
Wonderwall's
the lyrics up, because
overplayed.
I like that song, but I've never really sort of paid attention
there's
to what
a
it's about.
beautiful acoustic version of that.
It's a bit of a slow dance. Yeah, I suppose that works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Slide in.
First of all, I don't know. I just don't believe there's a man on this planet who only cares about the first dance. How about this? Let her have the first dance she wants, and just have this as the second song. Just keep her happy.
He says it means a lot to him, though, to be fair.
Yeah, he says it means a lot to him, but that means he's a gimp. Do you know what I mean?
I think
And he's an Oasis gimp.
I think the only thing I'd care about is the music for the whole day.
Yeah, totally. Like I really want to say in the music that gets played
Yeah.
at my wedding, but the first dance, I am a big actual believer. Like if I'm being fully honest, on a wedding day, this might be old fashioned and sexist. Give her what she wants for everything she's asked about, and he's like, oh, it really mean like it doesn't matter whether it was your first, second, or third dance. Really, be logical, okay? Be like, just think about it. She'll be made up if you just give her way. And just have it as the second time you dance together. And it makes no difference, really. Who's asked?
What was yours?
It was
Fast food song.
Van Morrison. It was Bitches Ain't Shit.
Is that Van Morrison?
It's Van Morrison, Bitches Ain't Shit. It was Van Morrison, Days Like These. Mm-hmm. Days Like This. I can't remember. And then we sort of let that play for about a minute and a half, and then it sort of, we mixed it into, not mixed it in, but it changed into Call Me Al by Paul
To
Simon.
get everyone in.
And then that was the bit where everyone got in, and we told the groomsmen and the bridesmaids when the song changes, just grab everyone and move in.
Yeah.
So it was like, that was great. But we just, we didn't, it's funny with this because it is that thing of just give her what she wants. It's her day. It is your day as well. You're allowed to state a preference here and there.
Yeah, you are, but I just don't think the man's
it's a
allowed
tricky
to
one.
dig his heels in. The man is allowed to state a preference and go, I prefer this. And if she wants to give you it, but if she gives you any pushback, just let her have it.
Invisible String by Taylor Swift. I don't know it.
I also
Do you know what
don't
Invisible
know it.
String Theory is?
Right.
Do you know what it is?
No.
So invisible string theory is that, and it's not just for romantic partners, it's that there is certain people in your life that are meant to be in your life, and you are connected via
An invisible
string.
Right.
So it could be friends that you've met, or you could make an argument if you believe in invisible string theory that there's one between me and you.
Right.
Because when I started comedy, you sort of looked after me and put me in touch with certain clubs and stuff, and sort of took a liking to me. And if you hadn't done that, maybe this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And it can happen with like, you know, like when people meet someone who's like, they end up with years later. Like you meet them, your friends, maybe you lose touch, but then you meet again. And like, that's where Invisible String Theory comes from. And it's like sort of a destiny of connection. So I don't know the lyrics to Invisible String by Taylor Swift, but that is what it will be about.
It's a nice bit of romanticizing of you get on with someone, you like them.
Yeah.
You just want them in your life.
What about, here's a third option. What about if they can't settle on one? What about if they have like their second choice? If they not got a song together? Most couples have a song, don't they? Like, it's like, that's our song.
Yeah, but they're not always suitable for a first dance. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes they're.
Pony.
Smack them a bit, Joe.
I'll tell you what's a good first dance song. Paramore, Still Into You. I've seen like a girl do a TikTok version of it for like a first dance. I should be over all the butterflies. I'm into you.
I haven't seen the one of those choreographed first dances yet in the wild.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I'd...
Also, maybe the best first dance song ever is the Friends theme tune. If you do it wedding style.
And then get all the groomsmen and bridesmaids to clap.
Do you mean like with a string
I'll
quartet?
be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for
But then everyone's thinking about Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go country. I thought you were going to say like Tennessee Whiskey. That'd be a great one.
That would
It's the right tempo, that. It is. That is the right tempo for a slow dance.
Well, Adam's just chosen his first.
Well, there's also a couple of Luke Combs ones that work. Beautiful Crazy's good. Is a good.
I'm on the guy's side here, I won't lie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only because he's picked an Oasis song.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Judge Adam
Yeah, fair.
will give his judgment now.
Stop being a gimp. Let your bird have what she wants, and you might get chewed off on your wedding day.
This is from anonymous. Oh no! Get on that invisible string. Anonymous lady says, "Need some advice, boys. Keep me anonymous, as my boyfriend is a lid. We've been together coming up to 4 years now, and he's always had this big sculpted beard. I always thought it made him look sexy. Well, this week he's decided he's done with the beard for good, and despite me being unhappy with it, he shaved it off fully. He asked me how I thought it looked, and I lied and said he looked good. But the past few days, I've been racking my brain as I genuinely now don't think he's attractive. He's tried to get frisky the past few nights, and I've shunned him off, claiming I've not been up for it. But really, I don't think I can stay with him whilst he doesn't have his beard. How do I get him to grow it back, or should I just try and get used to it?" From an anonymous
It's a bit shallow.
Was there lady?
Yeah, but like, if you were with a girl for 4 years and then she grew a beard, you'd have every right to be like,
Order.
Yeah,
It's
that
not the
is-
same thing.
That's slightly different.
why is it different?
Come on.
Why is it different?
I mean, because you can't. No, because shaved and not bearded and shaved men is a standard thing. Bearded ladies is for the circus. Isn't it?
Or Eurovision.
Or Turkey.
True.
It's, look, he's allowed to do whatever he wants with his facial hair, and so are you. You are allowed to state a preference. You should go to him and go, "Hey, babe, you know the way I told you look good with no facial hair? I was lying. You're revolting me. Like, it knocking me sick." But you do you. He should want to feel attractive.
You.
Yeah.
You're knocking me sick. I'm not fucking touching it. I'm not kissing it. I'm not sitting on it. But you do you. Yeah, I'll be in the spare room.
Yeah. Like, go and be honest with him. But, like, it is his decision. But he should want to feel attractive. He should want you to be attracted to him. So he should listen to you.
Yeah, but also, like, so my top lip is always quite thick, and I get food in it, and then sometimes it just stays in it. So, like, I wouldn't...
That's
Well,
because
you're a
you're
twit.
disgusting.
What?
Or like it'll go into my mouth and I'll like chew it.
Well, then
So, like,
shave your tash, you
But I
be, you
do- but I
fucking
do-
grubby cunt.
But like it would but it was so much easier if I just took it off because it takes ages to get to that
I
point.
know, Harry.
But I'd
There's
look-
a nice midway there
But I'd
where you
look
just
strange.
trim your moustache a bit.
No, but I do.
What's getting fucking food in it?
Not all the time, but like it.
Your missus like, "Oh, fucking hell, Harry. A bit of casserole in that. Lovely."
I'd look strange without it anyway. You like every time I get my my driver's license out, someone will make a comment.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like you. It's not a bad thing.
It doesn't look like you. That's not a bad thing. You do well to not look like you.
I think you got to know your own face.
Yeah.
And don't fuck with it too much. I think it is on him a little bit. And I know you're allowed to do what you want with your face, but if it's a unanimous, like, what the fuck is going on?
4 years out the window, though,
I have
just
to say,
he shaved.
I
Mad.
understand the instinct, though, because I've messed with this, and Laura was like, not keen. She's warm to it now. But if she really dug her heels in and gone, I can't stand it, I'd probably change it back.
Is there a part of you that
There is a
would
point where you've got to sort of go, there's only one woman I'm trying to bang.
Would you not feel upset, though, that she felt like that just because you changed your facial hair?
I don't know. She's going to have a pillow head soon, isn't she? So, fucking full of Botox on the allotment.
I might go clean everywhere but me tash before the next country event.
You haven't done that yet?
No. Just this
When was the last time you were clean shaven?
in lockdown.
That's
In
a long
lockdown
time.
one.
That's a long time.
Really? Oh.
Not for long. I did it, hated it, got a passport photo taken, and that's permanent. And then I grew it back because I hated it.
One more bit of advice before we get the wonderful Finn Taylor in. Anonymous, quick bit of advice, please. My girlfriend has started listening to the pod, is why it needs to be anonymous. Girlfriend of 2 years came round my house, took a while in the toilet, obviously had a shit, but then went in the bathroom an hour later and she'd forgotten to flush. So I've now looked at a toilet full of her poo. Do I bring it up or not? Out of sight, out of mind is always a blessing.
No! What do you mean you bring it up? Like, you could have done it in the moment in a jokey way and gone, babe, you've left a fucking mountain of poo in the toilet, you fucking animal. And made her laugh about it. You can't, like, a few days later be like, sit down. No, come in, sit down. Listen, right, no need to be ashamed, but I did find the toilet full of your shite. Just want to let you know. What are you bringing it up for? Flush the toilet and fuck off.
Babe, why are you bringing it up? Don't know. Just think it needs to be discussed. It was massive. And although I didn't have to touch it or anything, I did have to flush and lean over it slightly.
Have you ever seen Laura's poo?
Oh, I'm not even sure she poos, you know? I mean, she suggests that she might be, but I don't know for definite.
Was she a stealth shitter?
Oh, she's so stealth. When we met, we stayed at my mate's flat in London for the weekend, and he was away for work, so we got this really nice gaff for the weekend. And I thought she was honestly, on like day 3, I thought she'd done with me. I thought she was like giving off the vibes of like a woman who just woken up and was fuming with me. And we went out for a bit of breakfast and came back, and I was like, I don't know what has happened. I was trying to wrap my brain of like, what has happened? Like, yesterday, what did I say something last night that's pissed her off? I think she wants to end this relationship. It's gone really weird. And she had held in a shit for 72 hours and was in physical pain because her body was like, please let me shit. And she was held onto it. And she'd got herself so wound up that she was going to have to poo anywhere near me in the flat. And like it was unreal.
Had you not left, though? Because I'm sure it's a lot easier for a woman to discreetly shit than a man, in general.
No, but
Because women can take longer in the bathroom and you don't suspect anything. Whereas if a man's more than like a couple of minutes, you know he's had a shit.
also, no one gives a fuck. It's not like I'm at the fucking dog. That's not shower. That's a shitting shower. Like, I don't care. But she got so wound up. Also,
One of my girlfriends wouldn't poo if I was in the flat. Even in hers.
In the flat?
Yeah.
Not just... That's insane.
She could have had a shit at the cafe. She's so mental about shitting. She's like, well, I can't shit somewhere else. She has to shit in a controlled space. So the option was...
I had such a similar thing to this, yeah.
Go and have a shit in Mackey's. No, couldn't possibly. So finally, I went, what is wrong? And she went, I need a poo. I've not been able to poo. Oh my God, ridiculous. I think I might have even done that. Might have left the flat so she could poo. I came back, she was a fucking new woman, about 15 pounds lighter. Mental.
I understand it, though. Shitting early on in dating is a weird one.
But by the way, if you are like a person who can just poo anywhere, I mean, I'm not like on the carpet, but if I watched Laura like getting a fucking tiz about where she can and can't do a shit, it looks like a fucking nightmare. It's like a superpower being able to be like, I need a toilet, and oh, there's a toilet, I'm going to use it. She's so wound up about where she goes, and
Can you poo anywhere?
never a problem. I mean, I've got preferences.
Yeah, same.
Like a 5-star hotel bathroom.
Yeah, class.
Wonderful. You know, a service station on the M6. Not ideal, but if it's go time, I might plop on the motorway. So,
Did you have a poo in school? Because that was always like a no-go. Like you couldn't have a poo in school.
Yeah, I think I did, but I'd avoid it.
If any lad was caught having a poo in school,
Yeah. People would like take pictures of you over the
yeah,
top of people.
you'd be outed for. Oh my god, he had a poo in school.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
Up until I reckon it was when I joined Have a Word, I wouldn't shit anywhere but at home. Or like if I was in a hotel, I just wouldn't use a public toilet. Whereas now, you know, shit freely on the street. Anywhere.
We've changed, haven't you?
Yeah, I've become.
That's the eyebrows.
Yeah.
It's a big shit. Yeah, never bring it up. Ever.
Don't bring it up.
Come on. Let's have a break.
What's happening, lads? Time to tell you all about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's lovehoney.co.uk, and with the promo code WORD20, you get 20% off site-wide, including stuff like this. This is the Desert Princess costume. What desert? What princess? Couldn't possibly tell you. Use your imagination. Take your imagination to space. You know?
What do you wear for sexy times? Why don't you spice it up? Love Honey have got a range of all sorts of sexy lingerie, but it's not just for the ladies and those who identify as ladies. It's also for the gentlemen.
Yeah.
Look at this.
You'd wear them, wouldn't you?
I've got a pair on now and actually paid for them using code WORD20. What about the Wet Look Thunder Pants?
On top of all the outfits, there's a full range of sex toys that you can shove in every orifice that your wife's got. It'll vibrate and it'll make her squeal and come like she never has before. Lovehoney.co.uk, promo code WORD20. Make your wife come. She's due one, you know? I think I'm in a 2-day hangover.
Well, you look good, mate. Who have we got here?
Finn.
Woo! Wagwan. How we doing, boys?
All right. How many times have you been with us now? It's like 4 or 5?
I don't know.
It's a lot though, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't been for a while though.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
I think it's only public episode 3, though, isn't it?
It's hosted.
Right.
Hosted one, haven't you?
Yeah,
Host a
yeah.
Patreon.
Did a Patreon.
You're Hall of Fame territory, definitely. This is when you've done specials and guest hosted and 3rd episode.
Live stuff. Yeah. Well,
Popular Al guest. We're just there before we started recording talking about the newest series of Finn versus the Internet. Because you're doing a premiere of the whole thing, aren't you?
well, we're doing 2, like a cinema screening of 2 the patron length, so about 25 minutes each episodes with like a live Q&A podcast thing.
Class.
In a cinema in London, September. Yeah, they're getting longer. The production values are just going crazy because we're on Patreon now. And it's just funny spending money on shit. Like the show is so stupid. I think part of the biggest joke is how good it now looks.
It looks unbelievable.
It looks unbelievable. It looks better than most TV shows.
Yeah.
And it's all digital. This
Yeah.
guy Pete, who's now
Is it just green screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet he built a digital set.
Holy shit, that looks
like-
good for a digital.
Yeah, it's all I don't know what he's done. There's a lot of things in his life that he needs work with, but digital rendering. You guys know better than anyone. The way to make it in comedy now is to weaponize other people's autism. No offense, to work for you. No, Pete Wells is an absolute audiovisual genius, and he's basically made the whole thing. You can really trace, like, because we've done 4 seasons now, and we take a little break in between each one, and they're all up on YouTube, so you can really like cut through the tree and see the rings. And basically, you can track Pete's involvement is so obviously getting more. You're getting bigger every series. Because the first one, it just looks so shit. The first one, I mean, ISIS have better hostage videos than our first series of Finn vs. the Internet, recorded above a pub.
And their hostages are often less upset than yours are about being there.
Yeah, similar vibe. That series was genuinely a hostage situation because we didn't have a show yet. We just had an idea. And then the second series, Pete lent us some kit, looks a lot better. Third series, he comes on a day rate and starts actually making it look nice. And then This series, he's been able to pay him properly, and he's just had full reign to just go ape shit on it, and it looks, as you say, it just looks fucking.
He had an animated weed dream just in the middle of.
Yeah, we had an animated sequence. Well, it's just like fuck it, why not? You know what I mean? We've got this loyal fan base of incels that are just paying us every month to.
How is it now going to get? By the way, if you haven't watched from this, the internet, just pause this here and go and watch an episode or some of the clips. Because what I want to know is how much like sort of negotiating are you having to do with these guests or their managers? Because now they know what the show is.
Yeah, but I think people want to do it, and I never really know why. And I think a lot of people are just like M. Dot, who that's the first episode of this series is out now on YouTube. His manager wanted him to do it, and he was like, M. Dot was like, "Oh no, I'm going to get rinsed." That's all he knew. So I don't think he quite appreciated the effort we were going to go into to rinse him with like costume changes, and I don't think he realised that we'd do an animated sequence where we turn him into an Oompa Loompa and I sexually assault him. I don't think he realised that, and he did try and leave during the recording, but as I was saying before, we've got so many cameras now that we basically plug the hole that the guest walks onto set with a camera. So he gets up to go and then goes fuck it and just has to sit down again. So I mean, I've got a guy who books guests now, and people want to do it. So it's and also we get them to sign something that is absolutely beyond watertight. I mean, I could release merch lines with their images after they've signed our release forms. Like it's mad what they sign. So
that's insane. You'd imagine like at some point you're going to get pushback from someone's manager where they're like, "This is bollocks."
They just people just go, "Oh, that was fun," and just sign, and then
Do they sign that before or after you record it?
After. No one reads it though. It's like the iTunes agreement. You know what's in that episode of South Park?
It's great.
He doesn't read the agreement, and then he ends up getting stitched to make a human centipede.
Oh,
it's basically that. That's what our show is.
Class.
Human centipede with an influencer in the middle.
Do you go to efforts to make them feel uncomfortable? Because there's a shot in the M. Dot.
Sorry?
Obviously that, but I mean like... So it, like,
no, I'm not trying hard enough.
So Eric Andre, like when he does his show, he'll turn like the heating on, full blast.
Yeah, we're not doing any of that.
Do you there's a shot with the M.R one where you're just kind of almost like looking off into space, and then you just ask him if like women cross the road when they hear his voice.
Well, that's just more just in the edit, like because we record for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then there's obviously breaks. There's a lot of like resets if I've got a costume change or we're doing something mad or like we're bringing someone else in, and they never know what's happening. So there's a lot of sometimes they're just waiting around, and then it's about. Yeah, I liked because the story of that episode is him getting increasingly more annoyed / confused until when he tries to walk out. So I liked putting that just bit of awkwardness in there where he's just like looking around waiting for the next question.
Is he the closest you've had to someone actually getting off?
Yeah, he's our sort of Preston on Buzzcocks. He's the first attempted walkout.
Although he was rolling, it's weird because. He was enjoying it,
and he's commenting on the.
He wasn't angry and he wasn't like, "Oh, this has to end."
No.
Like it's a weird one that
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I don't know how I'd play it if I was a guest. I don't know what I'd do. So you can never expect. I'm never demanding a guest to be a certain way. And what makes it interesting every time, I think, is that it's always good. It depends on the guest. It's always going to be different. Like it depends on how squeamish they are. There's one in this series about to come out where a guest is nearly sick. There's depends how genuinely deluded they are. I mean, there's people on who don't seem to understand that they're big because people are taking the piss out of them, and we've got one of them on this season, and that's a whole like I can't wait to actually edit that one. That's a whole car crash.
I can't wait for that, and I don't even know who it is.
I'll keep my powder dry, but I will say that had an animated sequence, we had guns, we had child actors. It's pretty fucking wild. Not on the same day. You can't have guns and child actors on the same day. But it's Patreon really. I don't have to tell you guys what Patreon enables you to do, but it's crazy. They just it just gives you like I can just throw everything at it, and I know I'll pay it off eventually. You know.
Yeah.
So
Have you got a bucket list of like? Is there some guests that you're like, I really want to get
Sidemen,
all of them?
all of them. I want to do a feature length, hour and a half, with all 9 Sidemen. I want to do Amelia Chicken Shop Date.
Yeah.
I already know what I'd do for that one. I really, really, really want Matt Hancock. I know he won't do it. Although I don't know that actually. I think he could be so desperate that he'd do it at some point.
Once that I'm a celeb money dries.
Yeah. And he's really still paddling around.
And it can get massive, and then you can just do what Sacha Baron Cohen did and go to America and go.
Well, that's so. If
you just unwrap it all again.
Well, yeah. So if we hit 2,000 patrons, paid members, then we're going to go America and try and make a series out there. That's next year. We're hoping to do that. Just the British American thing would add a whole new level to it, I think. And yeah, as you say, there's loads of people out there that. I mean, there's some real fucking freaks out there. That's what we want to get, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember you were telling me about this years ago.
Oh fuck yeah! It was at the roast.
At the roast, yeah.
Roast. It was because I on the way to. Here we go.
It's been a long day.
on the way to meet you guys for the roast, I stopped off and bought a burner phone because I was pretending to be a white woman called Lola.
Is this what you told your wife then?
I was genuinely flirting with people on the internet. No, because I was booking the influencers through false pretenses. So I had a burner phone that they could ring, but none of them ever did. But yeah, that was what, 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when I started.
Yeah, 2022, just over March 2022, something like that.
Yeah,
because like originally, I think even before that. This sort of evolved from a pilot you were doing for Channel 4, I believe.
No, sort of. I did a pilot for Channel 4, and I was a fake LBC host, and we were in a studio that had this technology that made it look like it was streaming live on YouTube, and the comments were real people, when in fact it was writers in the next room that were pretending to be sound engineers. And the idea was you get like Michael Gove on and say someone from Blackpool's just said that we should behead all cats or something. You get them to actually respond. We had the commissioner of Channel 4 at the time in the edit with us, being like, this is great, taking this to the commissioner's breakfast tomorrow. Didn't hear from them for like 2 weeks, and then we emailed and they were like, oh yeah, I've left Channel 4, sorry. So that never got picked up. But I saw how it was Sacha Baron Cohen's production company, so I saw how they made everything. So I was like, I'll just do that, but on like a smaller scale with internet people. And then it became the show it did, basically. But yeah, I actually had a meeting with the commissioner at Channel 4 like 2 weeks ago. Nice little full circle moment. He was like, oh, do you reckon you could do the show on Channel 4? I was like, fuck no. You kidding? I can't shock anyone if everything I say has been put through 20 lawyers. You know what I mean? So
yeah, imagine that M.Dot episode going out on like terrestrial telly.
It would be 30 seconds long.
But it must be so frustrating if you're a TV person going, this is where it's at. This is the kind of thing we need. And
I
you're
feel
like,
sorry for
the
him.
reason
He's
it exists here is because you can't do it.
Yeah, totally. And I've said to him, I feel sorry for you because you're in a rock and a hard place. Like, what do you do? Like, you're aware that all the people have, like, for comedy, all the audience has left, but you've got a remit as a public service broadcaster, and anything you put out that's vaguely like flavorful or spicy or got any kind of, I don't know, got any personality to it, is going to get one side or the other, or one group of the other is going to complain. So, yeah, no, he's fucked, really.
It's not going to get through a commissioner's breakfast, is it?
No.
Like, that's where Netflix, I know they've had issues with things in the past, but it's just so much freer because they don't have to go through what British television has to go through. And same as...
I believe the law is they can't put anything properly offensive on telly in case people accidentally watch it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, if you're flicking through the channels and you land on Channel 4 and it's you doing anything from that M.Dot episode, then people go, I didn't choose to watch that. But the reason Netflix gets around that
because it's just
is
YouTube.
you've got to go, I want to watch that show.
Yeah. With the irony, of course, is that you're much more likely to stumble on something in an algorithm that offends you than you are on TV.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Who cares?
Have you had much negativity from it, or has it kind of found the audience where they're not offended?
Well, it definitely has found the audience that. I mean, people are arguing. Look, there's some people are arguing in the comments about anything. I mean, I could put a clip up about, I don't know, a football team, and someone would bring the Holocaust into the comments. I mean, people are fucking mental.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tottenham.
Yeah, there you go. Rowe just did it now. You're saying Tottenham Hotspur orchestrated the Holocaust?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, right, fine.
You can quote me on that.
Yeah, that's how they funded their new stadium. Anyway,
Just clip that and send that to Channel 4.
Yeah, fuck it.
We could do Have a Word late night.
yeah. Weren't you going to do Have a Word on Channel 4 or something like it, weren't you? I remember
Comedy Central got in
Were
touch.
you?
Comedy Central got in touch at one point.
that.
And we're like, we can make Have a Word TV.
Yeah.
But I think it was something like the podcast would have to stop during series so that we're pushing people to this. And I was like, well, that's bollocks.
That, yeah.
And then there was another production company who come to me and was like, we want to make essentially a podcast for telly.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be a podcast, it would be a TV show, but how do we get what you've done with Have a Word to translate to TV? I spoke to Dan, and Dan was like, I think we should keep it separate. He didn't want anything to do with it. So it was going to be called Adam Rowe's group chat show, and the group chat show instead of just being a chat show. And the idea was it was me and 4 comics, but then the audience sort of sets up to the same as Alan Davies' As Yet Untitled.
Yeah.
The audience around us, but it essentially becomes a group chat. And if you were coming to the recordings, you would be put into a WhatsApp group chat for a week before, and you could send memes and videos and.
Have you read in the Hugh Edwards story? Like
that'll get made now, by the way. There's absolutely no copyright on it.
You know, in the Hugh Edwards story that's just come out, when they're explaining what a category A image is and the category B image, it's like involving animals. And I'm just thinking, there are some stag do WhatsApp groups that I'm still on where everyone is going to jail. If that, you're on these groups where someone just sent 9 a.m. Someone sends you a German woman shitting into her own mouth in the street, and you go, right, that's just fine, is it?
This stag do was 8 years ago.
Yeah, stag do was 8 years. We've all got kids. Like, what are we doing?
It's I've spoken about this on stage before. Like, if you're, I think it was about sort of comedians getting in trouble, and I was like, if you ever want to publicly criticize a comedian, you should have to release your group chat history.
Yeah.
Like, you, if you're going, he shouldn't be allowed to make that joke. I want to see what jokes you've made and laughed at.
Yeah.
In your stag do groups, in your work groups, and I think schoolmates groups are the worst. Like,
hen do's are the worst. Absolute worst. Hen do, stag do chats. My wife has shown me something. Fucking hell. Hugh Edwards should be freed.
Is that what they're saying?
That's what my wife's hen do group like. Barbaric. Absolutely barbaric.
I'm in a golf group chat with 3 lads I went to school with, and it's called 4 balls, 1 cup.
I like that. I'm into that.
And there's very little golf chat in it.
Yeah.
It's just the worst that the internet has to offer.
Yeah.
Like, if there's any golf-related stuff in it, it's like people teeing off on people's cocks, like out of like vaginas and stuff.
If anyone ever comes for people's WhatsApps, I think the whole thing will break, because it's just like, it's like that. WhatsApps now are like a priest's confession booth, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like we all think they're sacred or whatever.
And they're not. Someone's got them.
Someone's got them.
Someone's
It's
got
mutually
them all.
assured destruction. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any people who would survive it.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Just boring cunts.
Yeah, but like, there can't be enough of them. I think most of society is us.
Yeah.
I think most of society is, don't be saying that in public, and then behind it it's like, yeah. I think most of society is us. Do you not agree?
Yeah. I think there are some dry most of the people I know, I'm totally with you.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot of dry motherfuckers out there who would be like,
yeah, but
whoa,
they got something else. They got something else going on.
Oh yeah,
in their
porn dungeon,
shared or
actual porn dungeon.
Exactly. They're filming the German woman shitting in her mouth. You know what I mean? They're everyone's got.
They're looking at it going, how's everyone got my
Yeah,
videos?
hang on. Where are my royalties for the shit and titting woman or whatever? Yeah, man.
The worst one that went round years ago was there was a woman who got bummed by a horse.
Yeah.
But then it come out like after that video had gone like WhatsApp viral that she died from the injuries from it because the horse's cock was just too big and it like basically destroyed her bowels.
I think it's a horse's cock. I don't think it's a particularly big horse's cock. I think horses' cocks, like the famous phrase "horse cock," are as standard pretty big. This poor woman, this horse had a particularly big horse cock. She
thought she'd be fine.
She thought it was going to be an average horse cock.
She should have spent more time at the stables picking out.
Yeah. If anything, it's her fault. No, it is her fault, actually.
It is, yeah.
You fuck a horse. I mean,
yeah. We've said this before. Like, there's certain.
She wasn't seduced by Black Beauty, was she?
No, she wasn't. No, we said this before. In fact, I think it was Dan. Like, there's only certain animals as well. Like, even if you're the one fucking the animal.
Here we go.
Right.
Here we go.
There's only certain animals.
Have a word. Here we go.
Where it could possibly be classed as like assault.
Yeah.
Like, you can't rape a buffalo.
Right.
Because if it doesn't want it, you're not going to get to do it.
Yeah, bestiality should be legal, bigger than a lion. Do you know what I mean?
I fully agree with you, though.
If you're fucking a polar bear, you've done some groundwork.
Yeah. So I guess so legally, consent with an animal is implied if the animal is not ripping your face off. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess if we're thinking about dogs,
Yeah.
at what breed is the cut-off point? Because also it depends on the strength of the person bumming the dog, doesn't it?
We're really doing this.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Like-
it when people have got those colossal dogs.
Yeah.
They're so stupid.
Because, for example,
He's a love. You're like,
Yeah.
he could kill you all.
like, you know, there's I guess what I'm saying is you know, anyone could consensually fuck an XL bully. Right?
I don't know, you know.
No, that's what I mean, is that there's no one who could take an XL bully.
Oh, right, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So if the XL bully is letting them fuck it,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Some people could get their rip faced off by a schnauzer. In that case, where do you draw the line?
Like Warwick Davis and Perry.
There you go.
Wow. We made
Second
it.
mention for
Pre or
Warwick.
post op? Warwick Davis. Is this 6 foot 3
his
Warwick
big,
Davis?
before his big long legs.
Sorry,
And,
has Warwick Davis transitioned to being a tall man?
That was the
He
first
did in the
section.
first half of the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see, right.
Yeah.
Have you seen that people are getting their legs done?
Sorry, Warwick Davis has won silver medal in the women's boxing. Is that I want a lot of money on that.
Did
by
she
the way.
only get silver?
Hey, what?
Did she only get silver?
I don't know.
It's tonight,
she's-
isn't
she's
it?
in the final tonight.
It's the two that have had the controversy that have both got to the final tonight.
Ding dong. Here we go.
I think that is
No,
the
she
name of
hasn't
one
got
of
one.
them.
This is the interesting
No, it's
thing.
Ding v Dong. Isn't it?
What's the controversy?
One of them is Asian.
Both the same. The same. It's just that one looks slightly less masculine.
So they've both got male chromosomes, but vaginas.
Yeah.
Male chromosomes.
Got XY chromosomes.
They have a higher level of kind of testosterone. They
Is
were,
that? Oh, I thought that was it.
it's through. I think it's through kind of like the way they were born. I guess.
It's a birth abnormality. She is a woman based on having of a pooth there since birth.
That's what I heard the IOC say the same thing.
She got a stinky amapusse.
She got a puss. She got a puss. Let her fight.
I think maybe the issue is that she's Algerian, so she could have been in a burqa until now. So we don't actually know. The trans Muslim community is a hard one to crack, isn't it? Burqa's a
But
burqa.
when tested for chromosomes, she's got XY chromosomes, which is the man one. It's an ambiguous. It's a grey area.
What would be really funny is if they entered someone with Down syndrome in, and they were like, "Well, it's chromosomal abnormality, but they're a woman," just to see what fucking happened.
In the wrestling,
Yeah,
that is a distinct
in the
advantage.
Paralympics, Downs boxing.
That's the Special Olympics. There are
Yeah,
the-
Paralympics.
No, so the Paralympics and there's the Special Olympics.
Are they different
Is there?
things?
Are they not the same thing?
They're the same.
No,
They're
the
the
Special
same thing.
Olympics, everyone gets a medal, I think.
No.
Like the Special Olympics is like the Special Olympics. I'm pretty sure was founded by JFK's wife.
That is Harry. You, mate. Yeah, he's right.
And like that's like
Sorry.
Down syndrome the whole Down syndrome like basketball and that kind of stuff. And then the Paralympics, people with like no arms and stuff. They don't put the people. They don't
Sorry,
put
so
like the
there's-
ex-Marines against like people with Down syndrome. I think that'd be pretty rough.
Well, nowadays they'd let that slide, wouldn't they? What with the new boxing rules? So hang on. So the Special Olympics are genuinely different thing to the Paralympics.
Yeah,
I had no
didn't realise
idea.
this
I thought
either.
it was like a sort of colloquial
I thought it was like a
term.
slur for the
Yeah,
Paralympics
that's what I
sort of thing.
thought.
No, and they've not rebranded it. It is
Right.
the
So
Special Olympics.
when is that happening, and when can we
Let's
watch
have
it?
a There's a golf one in September.
Oh, so there's not just one major
there's not
every
like-
4 years.
They just do events.
Oh, I thought there was a
think.
proper
Pop-up
'Cause I've
Special
seen-
Olympics.
I've
Yeah.
seen like the rhythmic gymnastics at the Special Olympics, like
So
not in person.
they
but,
just
like,
announced that they're on like Special Olympics 296.
Oh, we missed the National Winter Games. That was in January in Italy.
Snowball fight.
Sledding, and they're just screaming the entire time.
Yeah, they do skating. They do dancing. They do skiing, and they do ski jumps.
musical chairs.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's. I don't think it's
Is that
quite
real?
as organised.
Didn't know, did you? Could be.
No.
There was just a big thing that just said dancing.
Yeah, I
Fuck,
don't
I
think
had
it's.
I had no idea. That's blown my mind.
It's blown my mind as well. And I want to go now.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Paralympics though? Did you not think, like,
Well, I just assumed they hadn't qualified. I never seen the Paralympic qualifying.
Right, 2025. It's in Turin, 8th to the 16th of March. The
Patreon special,
World
lads?
Games.
Patreon special.
100%.
Try and enter.
The first ever joint Patreon special. Finn versus the internet.
Yeah.
And have a word cola.
See who gets rumbled.
I'm really up for that. I think that'd be great.
It's called the World Games now. It's not actually called this.
The Special Olympics World
yep, they're
Games.
still doing it.
So they have events.
Still doing it.
So they have events of like around the world in different sports, but then the World Games, I guess, is like all of the events in one.
Yeah.
The
World
that's like a
Championships.
full stadium.
Yeah, it looks like they've sold out. Like Wembley.
But I'm pretty sure everyone gets like some sort of. They probably have winners and stuff, but I'm pretty sure everyone gets like a
carer.
participation, like a participation.
Oh.
yeah.
Because it's not really about like let's make these box.
I think that's probably how it started.
That is a different thing, isn't it? That is a different thing.
Russia.
We should race these fuckers.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Yeah.
America seem to absolutely dominate it. They're winning all the golds.
Right.
They've got the best ones.
And Shane Gillis.
You got Gillis coaching and that's fine.
It was founded by Jackie Kennedy, though, wasn't it?
No, it was a Kennedy.
Was it
wasn't
Rosemary
Jackie-
Kennedy or something?
Eunice Kennedy. I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah. So Eunice was one of the sisters. Rosemary was the one that they gave a lobotomy to. Have you heard about that?
I can see
I'm
how
pretty
you got
sure,
confused.
pretty sure JFK had a fairly crude lobotomy. Pioneering surgery didn't quite work out.
They do table tennis, Adam. Do you reckon you'd beat them?
Fuck man, I love
Of
Olympic.
course I would. Finn.
Olympic table tennis is insane.
They're
man.
Olympians.
Have you seen the banana shot? So some guy did the shot. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Under the table.
No, he does it and it bounces by the net and then comes back to him. So the opponent's just like, fuck, it's
Just
sick.
flailing.
It's sick, man.
Yeah, I think I'd probably win that. Yeah. I still think I'd beat Jack Hunter Spivey.
We need to make it happen. We do need to make that happen.
There's a Paralympian called Jack Hunter Spivey, who's a really good table tennis player.
Who's a
And I-
Paralympian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think I'd beat him.
Right.
He's in a wheelchair. That's
Okay.
the other side of the table.
Yeah.
Is he at this Paralympics, Jack Hunter Spivey?
I'm not sure. He's a listener. He got in touch ages ago because I was talking about how good I was at it, and he was like, "Come on, play me."
Did he win the Commonwealth gold, or he got a medal?
He won a gold at the Commonwealth. He won bronze at the Tokyo Paralympics.
What do you use Western or Asian grip when you're doing your table tennis?
Right hand.
Okay, fair enough.
Finger on the back of the bat.
Yeah.
What's that?
But is the bat like that, or you're holding it like that with the like that?
No, bat's in there.
Yeah, bat's in there. Yeah.
Or is the Asian the?
Yeah, they hold it like with the handle there, and so they're just basically there's no backhands because they're just doing this the whole time.
Oh, they just basically turn it into their palm almost.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Table tennis.
That's how my father-in-law plays. When he does the eyes, it's a bit unnecessary.
Yeah, well, you've wanted this match for a while, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
We've got to do some sort of games special.
Have you not done a Patreon special like Olympic or some kind of tournament sport thing?
We've thought about it, but we're not sure how everyone just gets too competitive and it's not funny.
Is it?
And by everyone, he means me.
I mean Adam.
Right.
I do mean Adam.
I want to win.
Right.
If I'm playing something, I want to win.
Okay.
I don't think that's not unusual. I think it's unusual on the rest of everyone else to be like, oh, I don't really care if I win.
See you in Turin, March next year.
I'm here to win. You've not got a disability. I'm here to win.
This is my disability.
Yeah.
Have a special amount of competitiveness.
Yeah.
Should we have a break?
Let's do it.
Lids, do us a favour, yeah? You love us, don't you? You love this podcast. That's why you're listening to it. And especially if you're watching on YouTube, helps us immeasurably. If you go and leave a comment, like, subscribe, and turn the bell on, it sends us through the roof with the algorithm. It costs you absolutely nothing apart from half a second of your life and helps us no end. And you can follow us on socials, can't you, Dan?
Dude, yeah. Have a word pod. I nearly said my handle then. Have a word pod. Just give us a follow and comment, and don't just like something. Retweet it, share it, put it on your stories.
Just be sound.
Yeah,
Costs
be a-
nothing to be nice.
Be a good egg.
Finn, you're going on tour.
I'm back on tour.
Back on tour.
Tour's been going since February. I've been on a little summer break. Starts again in a couple of weeks. Edinburgh Fringe. I'm going Leeds again, Liverpool again, Manchester, Stafford, Nottingham, Newcastle, Birmingham, Dublin, Galway, Bristol, Leicester, Oxford. Filming a special in Brighton. And then the Forge.
Oh, cool.
I want to do it small club like.
See, I love that room. I think it's
brilliant.
great.
Yeah, and it's sort of in the round. So
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Filming it.
So I've heard comics go, I'm not really into it. I don't like, but I loved it. It's like it's got a revolving dance floor,
yeah,
isn't it?
it really opens me up, and do you know what I had? Because down the road from me, there's this old ballroom that is actually no one's filmed anything there apart from then I saw Baby Reindeer, and it's the place where they film his like breakdown.
Oh shit!
And I was planning on filming a special there, but I realised that I could spend 20 grand on it, and I couldn't guarantee it would be a good actual gig because it's designed for dancing and not the acoustics are fucked basically.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd do it in a really good comedy club and make my life easier.
That was one of my favourite nights of the tour last year. Especially, I love
So hot
because of what happened with the Comedia and Stephen Grant and starting a new club. It's got a real like rebel feel
energy
to it.
Yeah. So and then I've just added another London show in the West End, which is on sale. Oh, it's all on sale.
What date's the Liverpool hot water date? Because
Liverpool
I feel like
It's I want to say the 12th of September.
It is the 12th of September.
Yeah.
let's get that sold the fuck out.
I'll be flying back from Australia that day.
So Adam will get there and watch it.
It's been tour's been amazing. I did get Will Smith in Exeter.
What?
I got punched by a middle-aged woman. Not really Will. It's not Will Smith at the Oscars. It's a middle-aged woman from Devon. It's not exactly the same. But
Did you make a joke about her fella's bald head?
leave my fucking husband's name out your fucking mouth.
What happened?
I think she walked into the wrong thing, but basically, obviously, I'm playing. You know, nowadays I'm playing to people who know what they're coming to. So it's pretty wild from the start.
You're leaning in.
I'm leaning in, right? And I wasn't exactly leaning out before, so it's pretty wild from the top. And then I think what happened is that it's one of those rooms where the door, like you walk in and you're basically on stage, and then there's a massive rake, so everyone can see the door to get in and out. So she walks in, and then I think she walks out, and then I think I only just see her walk out. So I go, oh, even by my standards, that is quite early. And then everyone goes, because they're fucking up for it. And then she hears that and walks back in and starts mouthing off about us saying stuff about pedos or whatever. And she's like, well, fucking, what if it was your kids? Fucking meh, meh, meh. And I'm like, oh, sorry, are you an anti-pedo activist? And I basically turned my gig into a pro-pedo rally. And everyone's going, pedo, like that. And then but the crowd are going wild and like, ooh. And then she gets more egged up and basically just walks onto the stage and just like comes up to me and just like punches me in the chest. And then everyone's like, ooh. And eventually she leaves and the gig like sort of settles down.
She leaves.
Yeah,
no one gets her.
No, but this is the thing at the end. Then because it's Devon, isn't it? This sort of old hippie with sandals and long hair comes by and goes, oh yeah, I thought for a minute there I might call someone, but you seem to be handling it fine. And I was like, she could have had a fucking knife, mate. She could have. What are you on about? But,
I thought for a minute I might call someone.
Yeah. But then he remembered it was just him, and he'd have to go down a fire escape. He was like, fuck it.
And it wasn't filmed.
No, the aftermath was filmed, but the actual moment wasn't. The punch wasn't filmed.
Damn.
Yeah. But then it's like people were like, oh, why didn't you defend yourself? I was like, oh, sorry, you think I'm going to hit a woman on camp? That's me done, isn't it? If there's footage of me hitting a middle-aged woman, I'm done. So just had to take it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you always have to take it.
I think you have to take it, yeah. I think.
Yeah. It's a like talking about, we talked earlier about just being a nice level of stupid that you don't worry about stuff too much. But how many gigs have you done in front of so many people and you're doing jokes that are irritating them and pushing their buttons and you're like, I'm sure this is fine. This is an invisible line of security.
Yeah.
They won't walk up those stairs.
This is art.
That's
Yeah. Anyway. But even that, I mean, it was probably my favourite gig actually, because it's just the people that weren't punching me were fucking loving it. So no, they've all been great.
The thing is, like, that's a funny stat.
Yeah,
she's
it's
done you
funny.
a favour because it's a funny story. As long as it didn't hurt or even mark.
Actually, I mean, she's this is a fucking middle-aged. She's like a farmhand Devon woman. She's got like a Rafa Nadal cow milking arm. Do you know what I mean? So it did. It was probably got me in the plexus. It did hurt, but
She punched you. She tried to punch you in the chest.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
Bruce Lee.
right.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it was. I'm not sure it was quite as smooth as
All that body combat.
Yeah. Again, she did the eyes. It was really weird. But
Shall we do?
swift turn.
Shall we do some Room 102?
Yes.
Finn, we've come up with our own concept. It's pretty fresh, pretty new. It's called Room 102.
Yeah.
What would you like to disappear into the abyss forever?
So there's this concept that I hear a lot of Gen Z people talking about called IX.
Oh, yeah.
I think grow the fuck up.
Well, we get a lot of X written in.
Yeah. Do you know what? Marriage is just one long ick.
Tell us some of the X you've got with your wife.
Well, she shits like a trucker. It's the main ick. And there's also, she doesn't seem to understand that the toilet seat has a lid that you meant to contain the smell. She just shits. Toilet seat's open. Bathroom door open.
Whoa.
That's not what it's for, is it?
Hey,
Are you meant to put the lid down once you've had a poo?
I think it's there to. Why is the lid there if it's not to contain the smell of shit?
I've never even thought about the lid on a toilet
To
seat.
talk to someone when they're having a bath?
Yeah.
That's in my head.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever used it.
But I would just sit on
What?
the open toilet.
No. What, with your trousers on?
Yeah,
No.
No.
Surely not.
I think so. I mean,
if this hasn't happened loads, but if Laura's having a bath and she needs to talk or something, or something's going on, I'd put the little seat down.
Because the thing is that without the seat, the person in the bath is a hostage to you having actual shit. That's the problem. So I think it's a courtesy to going, don't worry, I'm not going to shit while you're having a bath.
It's just a little indicator.
Yeah.
also, if I'm in the bath, you don't come in the bathroom. That is my time.
No, I don't. I know you're having a soak. Stick a candle on. Let's have a meeting.
I love a bath, but that is me time. That is fucking leave me alone. There is nothing urgent enough for you to need to come and sit on that toilet. I don't care who you are.
Is your missus a... She doesn't shit with the door open, though, does she?
Yeah.
Oh, we have very different wives.
Yeah. But this is my point, is that, marriage basically exposes people are weird, horrible, farty, disgusting, and you just have to deal with it. Because it's not like an ick. Fuck off. You're going to get divorced over it? Fucking hold your nose and plow on. Do you know what I mean? Eat your dinner.
Eat your dinner.
Yeah.
Sniffing my shit.
Yeah, exactly. Put a clothes peg on your nose and gobble, gobble. Like, anyway, I just think it's immature. It annoys me. When people are like,
Oh, it's absolute. The ick it's enjoyed by the younger lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a preemptive. Maybe I'll fuck him, maybe I won't. But this is what slightly put me off.
He had a backpack on. Oh, fuck off. It's a backpack, and he just gets stuck. What do you want him to do? Just have his stuff in his arms? like he's going around Sainsbury's.
I know girls who think that's an ick.
Hey?
I know girls who think that's an ick, yeah. They're like, oh, you look like the kid from Up.
Yeah.
It's a very personal attack, actually.
Is that just you?
Can I read you some of the icks we've got?
Sorry, it's just Dan looks like the old man from Up, so I'm now getting the...
Has anyone made that yet?
DVD cover.
It was Jordan Lockdown. Someone sent that in, yeah?
Yeah.
They made us a picture.
We've just got 3 or 4, just to see if you can roll with them. Lou says, my fella drinks directly from cartons that are meant to be shared, has his lips all around the milk and orange juice, disgusting, gives me the ick.
Fucking don't watch him. Fucking what are you going to leave him over that?
And also, you probably fucking licked his arsehole. Like,
Yeah.
why can't you have a bit of
Yeah.
fucking orange juice with his fucking lip sweat on?
Will says, my bird drinks pints and it gives me the ick. If she saw me with a pink gin, she'd have the same reaction.
There's nothing better than a woman who drinks pints.
It's the best thing in the world. It's the opposite of an ick for me.
Yeah, it's great. It's the easiest round in the world, isn't it? Do you want a pint, babe? Oh,
Love it.
Yeah.
so much better than someone who's like, I need this specific gin and it needs to be this tonic, and just have a Guinness and shut up.
I love Adam's female voice.
Babe,
Yeah.
I'm having an aneurysm. Get us a pink gin.
Every special they get more disabled. Don't they? Have you noticed?
What you mean they've not got rhubarb and elderflower gin? Andrea says, when guys wear long parka jackets and walk with their hands in the top 2 pockets, cannot stand it.
That doesn't happen.
Like this?
What, like up here?
What?
All right, boys.
What, like a T-Rex? What the fuck are you on about?
Can you stop editing these while I'm reading them? Because it's going to give me an epileptic fit.
You can't say that to me.
Oh, yeah, go on, sorry. Leah says, ick for you, when lads don't know how to do techie stuff, my ex struggle to do sauce on the telly, proper ick.
I can't.
There's a big button that's got sauce written on it.
Yeah, so
Every remote.
he is that. I understand that one.
I
then.
don't know where the sauce button is, Leah. I'm covered in rhubarb and elderflower gin.
You've got to have a basic understanding of TV and stuff, of being able to figure it out. I don't know when I learned that.
I am quite terrified of not being able to do anything like handsy.
My nan's mate used to phone me and ask for tech
This is a new
advice.
story.
She used to phone me and go, "Can you? I've forgotten how to do this. Can you talk me through it?" And I'd talk her through. She had dementia. I talked her through how to get back on her Skybox.
Good to speak to you again for the 4th time today.
We wrote it down.
But my father-in-law, this is quite a good. I'm going to do this if I'm ever a father-in-law. This is what he did. So when me and my wife started dating, well, when I moved in with her, he bought me a drill, and it was like this kind of ceremonial, like, now you fix all her stuff, right? but it turns out it was quite a small drill that can't actually really be used for anything. So every time we needed to put something up, he'd have to come around with his bigger drill. And there was this whole like Oedipal, like, yeah, I'm the guy with the big dick, kind of like, do you know what I mean? It's like a power move.
Alpha move.
Really alpha move, yeah. So I've still got this pathetic little cuck drill that doesn't fucking work. And he's coming around with this.
Do you think I can? No.
He's drinking out of a big green and pink sippy cup. A veritable handy Andy.
I can't think. Fuck up, but I know that. So I don't pretend and like do a botched job. It's just become obvious that that is not my skill set. If she wants to leave me for a fucking painter and decorator, so be it.
That's my response to the whole ick thing. It's like, oh, it gives me the ick. Well, leave then. If it's that bad a feeling, or is it just fucking putting up with someone you're living with? Do you know what I mean?
I think they go in.
Can I just put a caveat on them going in? Still send them in though, because we want to do it as a feature. I really like it as a feature.
I'm starting a new project, like another podcast thing, and we're going to do Studio 2. I am going to build the set myself.
Cool.
Who built this set?
Not Adam.
Did you build this set?
Did he fuck? He told people where he wanted things.
Yeah. It's like Steve Jobs.
The other one, I'm
Steve
getting
Jobs
some
and
wood
the
and I'm
iPhone,
painting and I'm doing my thing.
What? You getting some wood? I'm getting some walls and painting them. We're going to do a podcast on a coffee table. What do you mean?
I'm building a wooden set
Right.
and I'm going to stick it to the wall.
You're sticking a wooden set to the wall?
Yep.
What's a, so a desk, chairs, all wooden?
No,
you've got
the chairs.
Yeah.
And then I want it to look like a
bar.
bar
Nice.
made out of wood.
Right. Why don't you get someone to do that for you? You know, because
I think I'll have more pride in it if I've built it myself.
So I thought this, right? So there was someone in the neighbourhood thread who was getting rid of like an old Victorian bench, and they were like, I don't have time to fix it. And I was like, fucking right, that's that with a bit of sprucing up. And I was like, I'll do that. And so I got the bench, and then I painted the ends, and I bought new slats for it. And then I was just like, I can't be fucking arsed to build it. It's so boring. When you start like working out how to do it, I just get fucking bored. So now I did put it together, but it's wobbly as fuck. I mean, it probably was more sturdy before I touched it. So I now have like a trick bench outside my house, where if the Milky or the postman sits on it, they're just like, fucking,
Daddy's earthquake bench.
yeah.
I'll be able to find out how to do it on like TikTok and stuff. There'll be some sort of instructions.
It's more the patience to go through with it. That's
He's well known for his patience.
Yeah, yeah.
He's well known. It'll be fine.
Famously got no issues with focus at all, does Adam?
Absolutely. Give him a hammer and some wood.
Yeah.
He'll have you a podcast studio in no time. He'll do it for other people. I'm worried. A lot of people are going to be like, are you worried that he's starting another podcast? I'm worried that he's going to start kitting out other podcast studios full
He's
time.
got ASD. He's got a surfeit of attention.
Yeah, too much. Way too much.
Too much.
Okay, you can have that. You can absolutely have that. Have you got another one?
Yeah, all post. All of it. All of it. I'm done with it. It's 2024. Fuck it off.
We sent you a letter. Did you? By a pigeon?
Right.
You old cunt.
You know that thing where I just get these slips all the time, and there's options. We attempt redelivery or come and pick it up from the holding office. There should be a third one. Just put it in the bin.
Burn it for me.
Put it in the bin. It's obviously not that important. Put it in the bin. If I'm not home and I don't get it, in the bin. Fuck it off. I don't care. Even if I paid £100, put it in the bin.
There is no good news comes via the post. It's either junk mail or a fine or a bollocking of some sort.
Yeah.
Or jury duty.
Or speed awareness calls or something.
Yeah. I go through it going, please be bollocks, please be bollocks. Oh, it's all bollocks.
I just put it in the bin.
That's a great way to deal with
I did end up getting my car clamped, because it turns out they were sending me... I don't know.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be a valid form of communication in 2024.
Not anymore.
Email me, call me, or come to my house and have a chat.
DM
But don't
me
write me a letter.
DM me on TikTok. I don't care. Like, just don't fucking send it to me.
You want the DVLA to knock on? Hello, Adam. How are you?
Yeah.
I have 3 points. You know, we don't write it down anymore. I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
So you remember it, and I'll remember it. What you want
Fine.
now? 6.
Just open the door, guy in a car. 6. All right. Fine.
Nice.
I'm not open.
I just fuck it all off.
That goes straight in.
I've had 3 letters in the past few months from my bank telling me they're going paper free.
Yeah, it's so
insane.
stupid.
Oh, do you remember those? I loved it. You got bank statements every month. Do you remember when you had a bank account as a kid?
Yeah.
And you'd open it up and be like, here we go, because you hardly
Still
got ever post.
11 quid.
Mate, 11 quid? I'd have had that out. It was 0.01 pence. Like, cool. I'll watch that grow. I know how compound interest works.
It cost more to print the bank statement than you fucking had in your account. It's just pointless.
Can we add kind of as an adjacent one like birthday cards? I think birthday cards are pointless.
Yeah, they just get
They're not?
binned after.
They are.
I tried.
Do you remember any birthday card you've ever had in your life?
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean, what?
What? Do you remember a card and like what it said on it?
He keeps them in his memory box.
I've got loads of them. I've got a little birthday card memory box.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
That is a lie.
It's not.
Liar.
What age? What age do they stop at some point?
They
Or-
started at 26. Weird little move.
I think I've still got some from me 21st and upwards. 11 years.
And I'm in this memory box. In this memory box, are there like ticket stubs? Are there what else is in there?
No, it's just birthday cards.
right. Yeah.
This is not true.
It is true.
It's very, very
Why,
not
why,
true.
why don't you believe this?
Come the fuck off it.
What are you talking about?
You've moved around. You haven't. Yeah, no way.
So when I was younger, right, I moved out to my dad's for a bit because we had a disagreement, right? And while my dad was sorting his house out, a lot of old stuff got thrown away, including my birthday cards from the ages of 2 to 21. So I started a new memory box on my own where I've got all my memory cards.
and it's on the landing in the flat that you've got with Jack, next to your
It's
Japanese
on top
toilet.
of my wardrobe at the back.
Shut up. You are joking.
That is
That
where
is
you'd put a memory
so-
box, to be fair.
That's so out of character.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
It just,
I'm romantic.
For birthday cards. Babe, you're the one. Open that box.
how many birthday cards do you
let's
get
time travel
nowadays,
together.
roughly?
Like I don't think I got loads this year.
So fuck it being 32, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But normally sort of between 5 and 10, I suppose.
I wrote a birthday card last week, and when I put it in the envelope, I thought the glue was like the lickable glue, and it wasn't. It was just like a sealed one, and I licked all the glue off the envelope. I couldn't fasten it.
And what event are you competing in this special?
Do you know the worst thing? It's the second time I've done that.
Got a taste for it.
I get cards now from my children.
That's cute.
Yeah,
I think-
I throw them away 2 or 3 days later than
Yeah.
the other cards.
But what you do when it's your kid's birthday is you get all the cards and you put it all on the mantelpiece or the kitchen or whatever. And
Oh,
that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw
no,
kids' birthday
you can
cards
put them
away.
up, but you don't keep them.
No, they go in the bin. Like,
Yeah.
3 days later.
Yeah. I just think every card should have money in it, and I still check. Like, the instinct of, like, you know, when you open the card and hope a tenner falls out.
Yeah.
I've had that from cards from my children. Like, the instinct is so strong, you're like, go on. Oh, you tight
Is there
twat.
anything more sort of like awkward than when you're at like a birthday, say it's a big birthday, like you're 30 or 40 or whatever, and someone gives you a card and you open it in front of them, and you obviously open it gingerly, thinking there's going to be money in it. So you're like, oh, just open it and catch anything, and then they're still staring at you, and there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just reading it.
Oh,
Oh, you've written me a letter. Great.
Who's that for?
Great.
Mate, Andrew Ryan, the comedian from Cork who lives in Northern Ireland, brilliant comedian, came to my 30th in Manchester, stuck 20 quid in a birthday card. This is just a mate.
Yeah.
It's a fucking, apparently, a thing they do in Ireland. Great thing they do. What a tradition. I opened it, never been so happy to see 20 quid fall out. Oh, it's unbelievable.
On my wedding day, a guy I used to live with, a Chinese guy, he basically at weddings they just come up and just push money into your hand. Like when the guests are all coming to shake hands with the bride and groom, he just fucking amazing.
The honesty.
50 quid.
The honesty of it.
Yeah,
Because at my wedding, that's all I wanted.
I wanted some fucking money back. I bought you all dinner.
Yeah.
I can pay for it.
Like in the mob films where they just come up with pieces
then
of
they
paper.
get you
and they're like,
started.
oh my God, there's so much money.
Yeah.
Turkish weddings.
Jewish mob.
Yeah.
Turkish weddings, everyone has to pin money on the bride.
Oh my God, you misogynistic pigs. She's great. Here's a tenner.
With a
With a safety pin.
fucking hell.
You just go and you've just got to try and not stab them and attach 20 lira, which is about 5p.
Yeah.
You're bleeding, but it's a good sign.
Yeah.
You're rich.
Wild.
All right. Well, we've got some. Oh, by the way, I think you can have that absolutely.
Yeah. Fuck it all off.
We've got some from listeners. haveawordpod@gmail.com if you want to send some in. Marcus said, get gender reveals in room 102. Concise. I like his point.
This is like a really sort of like common one, isn't it? This is something that people really like love to hate, but I just love any reason for a party, mate. Do you know what I
It
mean?
doesn't look like a great party though.
I don't like the inconsistency in that. I think if you're going to have gender reveals, a mixed race couple should do a race reveal. Like when they have a new pope and he's always white, so they put the white. Do you know what I mean?
How are they going to do that with like a Dulux colour chart?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No? You swear the no?
I don't think I know what you mean, but it's not. I don't think it's a great party. I think it's a baby shower with explosives.
And what is bad about the words you've just said?
Well, they're
People
not.
have died.
Yeah, people have died.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There was one where they got a
The
plane
shrapnel
to-
got.
There's a shrapnel they made.
I have seen that one.
There's one with a plane where they get a plane to do like smoke, like the Red Arrows, but then it just crashes, and the pilot died.
The baby's dead.
Oh,
It was a girl though.
9/11 was a gender reveal party. It was wrong, wasn't it? It was twins. Boy and a girl. You look very carefully. There's pink. There's pink in the middle of that orange.
And that is why he's Hall of Fame.
I've got no problem with them. And that
You've
pilot
never-
didn't die because of a gender reveal party. He died because he was a shit pilot.
Maybe he
the
looked-
wing fell off. I mean, it literally. He doesn't do anything wrong. It's just the wing falls
Well,
off.
he'd have died next week when he was fucking flying Glazers out over Old Trafford then, wouldn't he?
Two things he does.
He was dead either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next flight on that plane, he was dying.
There's also been multiple wildfires as well.
What do you mean?
They've been caused by gender reveal party.
No, there isn't.
There
What
is.
are we talking about?
This is why you're not allowed to do gender
Fort
reveals on the Serengeti.
Yeah.
They exploded the big thing and then it set fire to a tree. 'Cause it's all dust in it. So then the dust set on fire.
Someone's mother-in-law got like shrapnel in the head.
They basically made a pipe bomb.
That's win-win. And it was a boy. what a day. Having a son and you've taken the mother-in-law out.
What's with all these nuclear weapon style fucking reveals?
Do you
get a
just want to do
balloon
the
full of
Gerrard
confetti.
one? Do you want to do the footy one?
What's that one?
Have you not seen it?
No.
They kick a football at a goal and the goal's got a balloon in it. And then it's
Perfect.
that.
Or a big balloon. Pink confetti. There we go. Like,
Do you see the weightlifter one?
No.
They've got little coloured bits, and he's like deadlifting. I don't know how many, like 200 kilograms. It's a big one, and as he drops it down, they explode under the weight because he loves weightlifting. Yay! Fucking dickhead. I hate him. I think they're
I
so
don't think there's
douchey.
anything wrong with them.
I just think it's a bit fucking tacky.
Yeah, but then you just have a beer with your mates.
Why don't you just have a beer and say, "Oh, we're having a go"? Why do you have to get a flare
Because then
involved?
you get to be happy with the beers and your wife gets to be happy with the gender reveal bollocks. Everyone's happy. I just like joy, you know.
Can we vote on it? I want them gone. Adam's saying no.
I'm saying gone.
Gone.
And they are gone, ladies and gents. Callum Dearden says, got a room 102 for you. Surveys or donation things on card readers, especially when the Karen at the till can see your answer and gives you that awful fucking death stare when you refuse to round up by 16 pence because you're already spending £2.50 on a can of Coke.
Do you know what I do? When it's at the petrol station, it says, "Do you want to add 60p to charity?" I just keep tapping the card and going, "It's not working," and then they just delete it. And because it's like charity is a massive. What charity? What charity? Is Shell a charity? I'm not giving them any more fucking money. I just paid $1.50 a litre. Go fuck off. Charity.
What about like tips on card machines when you're in a restaurant and it says like, do you want to do like 5, 10, 20%?
That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, but it's the roundup for charity. What charity?
Ronald McDonald House charities.
Well, if it said that, then I'd maybe give me some literature or something. It's just a blanket, the word charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not right.
Bullshit.
Do you want to give some money to charity?
There's ones that are like, give 20 pence to Alder Hay, and then you're like, yeah, that makes more sense. Surely that is not no one's skimming that, are they? If they're adding that. But when it's just generic, I don't mind the tip thing at all, apart from in America where they just expect it for everything.
It's weird that, isn't it? They're expecting, just pay them more.
I bought what? Like we were talking about before. I bought macarons, like 3 macarons. Are they? Is that what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
say macaroon, but no. It was like 3 of them. It was like $10.
Yeah.
She literally went, okay, what flavour? I went, that one. And she turned the iPad round. I was like, do you want to tip 15, 20 or 25%? I want to tip fuck all.
Yeah.
I've been here 4.5 seconds.
Even that you're getting tourist tax there. Americans wouldn't tip there. Americans tip for service, like for actual service.
It looked like she did it for everyone.
Yeah, because she's doing it because she's putting you on the spot to be like, oh, I'm supposed to do this.
But
thing.
Americans would just like turn the
They'd
iPad
just
round.
be like, you can always click no tip.
I got asked to tip for my tattoo. At the end of my, I paid
Yeah.
like.
Did you get your tip tattooed?
I tipped for my cowboy hat in the shop with Stormy in my cap.
I think that. Oh, I mean, they made that for you though. Whereas like the tattoos, in my head, if I went into an art shop and bought a piece of art, I wouldn't tip for the. Like I've paid for the tattoo.
I tip taxi drivers, my barber, and then restaurants. That's it.
Bartenders?
Hey,
Sometimes
bartenders?
at the bar.
I mean, if it's like make me a cocktail, you know, if I've just ordered a pint, no.
Yeah.
We were talking about at lunch. I get tips quite regularly when I'm doing singing, which is a bit odd. That's a recent thing. That's since COVID. Before that, it wasn't happening.
I think it's good though.
You need some
You
new
got an
clothes.
80 quid tip
Yeah.
Yeah, got an 80 quid tip a few months ago.
I think that's.
that he definitely paid tax on.
Yeah.
I think people like singing in bars who are obviously like struggling musicians and not like making touring money.
Yeah.
You know, doing all the whiny shite that you do.
Yeah.
Like you're obviously sad. So like giving you some money to cheer you up, I
bit of
think is
hope.
like a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think tipping musicians in bars is a good thing to do.
They thought you were a busker that had just wandered indoors.
Yeah.
I'll often buy like the lads in Pogues a pint.
Oh, yeah.
The
I'll
lads who
always-
sing in
I'll always
Pogues.
say
I was
no.
Like,
Oh,
do you
right.
want a pint?
Yeah.
I'll always go, no, it's fine. They're paying me. And they'll just put it in my hand and then you don't have a choice.
Don't ever turn that down.
No, you're doing what you did with what I do with my nan. I go, no. And then you're taking it. You know you're
Just
taking
don't
it.
do that though. Just go, thank you, mate.
All right, okay.
You ever been
it.
tipped at a gig?
I got offered a tip once to get a comic off the stage.
Name him.
That's a bribe.
It was Doug Segal. Do you remember Doug Segal? Yeah. Remember him?
Yeah, is he still
So he was
about?
like, we're doing a Jonglers on the Road gig at a hotel in Huddersfield. And it was me, Jim Smallman, and Doug doing like a 2 acts and a compare bill. And Doug he did like comedy mind reading. You should,
That's a fun green
but
room.
it wasn't working,
Yeah.
like at all. So and because like the thing he was trying to do wasn't working, they then didn't find him funny either. So like people are just going like boo, and he's like, I've got to do me time to get paid, like it's Jonglers. And someone come over to me and put 50 quid in my hand and was like, "This, just go, 50. Take this and go and get him off."
50.
Yeah. I think that's what he thought we were getting paid. I think he come over and was like, there's the 50 quid he's obviously getting for this. Go and give him that and get him off the fucking stage.
Yeah, I've been slipped to 20 quid. Very good. You're like, ugh.
I have after the tour, I do my own merch stand, and some people are like, I don't want any of that. Just fucking just give you cash, and you're like, no, but I've taken on debt with this merch, so can you just take some of it and give me money? That's what this is.
That's mental that they get that there's a transaction, but they're like, keep that.
No, keep that. Keep yeah. And you're like, no, I want to get rid of it. It's in my attic.
The the Americans do like a paid like meet and greet, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know what I feel about that.
I just don't think it could work over it.
I get that when you get into size venues that are that big, it's not tenable to just like say, you know, have a merch stand in the foyer because it's just the bottleneck's too big or whatever. But I don't know if I'd want to monetize it like that.
No.
They make a lot of money.
No.
But
What I've thought about doing for some shows, because I'm going to do a lot of merch on my next like set of dates that I announce,
Yeah.
is you could sell the merch in advance with the ticket. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good.
So it's like ticket and a hoodie, ticket and a t-shirt. There'd be like different ticket options.
That's a good idea.
Oh, it's just collect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just turn up and with your ticket, it's like, right, what size you want? There you go.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Because a lot, like, I just think people like are a lot more likely to go, oh, yeah. And then they'll know they're getting something as well.
100%.
Yeah, because then they won't bother, because the queuing up that puts people off, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we do a quick have a word and then get out of town?
It's time to have a word with Adam and Dan.
God, this sneak's refreshing.
What flavour's that, Dan?
This
strawberry gummy. It's been great.
Now it's just the final 10%.
Check out the code. Sneak. It's dead good. This is from Anonymous. Wag lids. Anonymous, have a word for yous. I am 20 and moved to London for work almost a year ago now, and since then haven't had much luck with the whole love life thing. 2 weeks ago I met an amazing girl and we hit it off straight away. Only problem was that she's American. She's on a summer program and only had 2 weeks left in this country. We spent almost every day together and I could honestly say they were the best 2 weeks of my life. I took her to the airport on Saturday morning this weekend and we said our goodbyes for now. Now, when we spoke on FaceTime yesterday, we have ended up planning for me to fly to see her in California at the start of November. Crazy, I know, considering we have only known each other for 2 weeks. Issue is that when I told my friends about this plan, they said I was fucking insane, which I probably am, and that I was making a massive mistake. I choose to think that I'm young and either this works out really well or at least I have a funny story to tell you for years to come. Please, lads, either have a word with me for being a fool or have a word with my mates for being miserable old cunts. Cheers, lads. Love the pod. Keep up the good work.
Well, it sounds to me like you were getting absolutely nothing before this anyway. So, like...
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had no luck with women. None of them have gone anywhere near me in London.
One of them's kissed
One
you.
has.
Just follow her home. Just follow her home. That's what a lot of us have to do. You're playing the cards you're dealt.
Yeah.
Fucking buy a ticket. Fuck it.
It's class.
Yeah.
Go. And, like, here's the thing. If it doesn't work out, you've had a holiday to California. Who's
Yeah.
asked?
/ you're now homeless in California. But that's what Reagan did. He opened all the fucking mental asylums and just dumped them all on a bus to San Francisco because the climate's temperate enough that they could just live on the streets.
Is that why they've got such a bad homeless problem?
Yeah, in California. That's why there's 10 cities in California. I think when he was governor of California, he basically closed a bunch of asylums and just sort of gave people a bus ticket. And that's why there's huge parts of LA and San Fran that you just don't go in.
Yeah. Or you've got a cheap place to stay in California.
Yeah.
In San Francisco, it's called the trans quarter. You know how they have the gay quarter? It's the
Tenderloin. The Tenderloin is where all the crack heads are.
Yeah.
Which I got stuck in there once in a fucking little 50cc self-guided tour, bright yellow, thing. You get in it and it's like, oh, turn left, and it tells you about the city. It's like a little like Mario Kart little thing. Anyway, the left we meant to turn was closed because it was the San Francisco Marathon the next day or something. So we just kept going, and then the next right was just crack alley, and then the thing broke down, and we were in like bright yellow helmets and a bright yellow thing, and then there's just generally just people shitting in the street. And then a police officer stops and is like, "Oh, you're not from round here, are you?" We're like, "No," and she's like, "Oh well, best of luck," and just fucks off. And then, we had to call the company, and then they towed us away. Fuck, it was terrifying. The reason it's called the Tenderloin, though, is because all the restaurants in all the restaurants in that area, in that neighbourhood, started giving free steaks to police officers because police officers would not work it because it was so dangerous until they started giving them free steaks.
So have a great trip. And let's hope you get your dick
Give
touched.
love a chance, lad. You never know. You just never know. And it might get you a green card. You can live in America then.
Finn Taylor, unbelievable as ever. Where can we find you and your shit?
At Finn Taylor Comedy, Patreon, YouTube, Instagram, all of them. Just the link in the bio for all the tour dates.
Go and watch Finn versus the Internet. It's one of the funniest things on the web.
Incredible.
Thank you.
And before we go, as always, Finn's probably got something for us.
We have, yeah. We've got a band this week called The Last Orders, and this is their song called Modern Day Cinderella. Also, my gig's still on sale. The link's in the bio.
October 26th?
October 26th, Jacaranda Baltic. Big show.
Wait.
Get down.
Can't wait. And the link's in the bio?
Link's in the bio.
Wow, I'll buy some tickets for that.
Thanks,
Lids. Appreciate you. Cheers, Finn.
Can I have guest list?
Maybe.
Bye, Felicia.